Get his ship. Real name, no gimmicks.
New Brazy Mambo's 11.95, 11.95, 11.95.
11.95? You can't afford 11.95? What's your problem?
Officer Sanders called me a pedophile, me a pedophile, me a pedophile.
Now that I know that she's into pedophilia, I will mark that.
Oh, no, you said it.
Look who's back, back again. Dave is back, tell the dance. Guess who's back, guess who's back. Out my back, big sore sacks, guess who's back.
Alright, now, guys, here's the thing.
I don't have any sponsors, cause nobody wants to see me show no more, so I'll just back up on Twitch.
Need that money.
When he took the king, this is what I'll give. I had you wanna see mixed with nasal drippers. Apparently gonna encare my plans. Looking with the bill, which gets pills at the hospital by the doctor. While I'm on your food complaining, and I'm rocking at the support I am not obtaining. You waited this long to stop the railing, cause I'm back from my household being operated. Don't worry how my health's curated. It's the guy whose disc can be the herniated. So the FGC has left me be Chef Boyardee, fuck Killer King. You really shut me down on Twitch TV. No 50-bit bitches without reason. So thanks to the tips, that's now quick.
Fuck this.
Smacking my lips, generate quick. Get ready, Bet's gonna try and upsell me. I just learned a brand new fact. Thank you, Derek. Was raffle bags that were not cheap. So everybody, keep crowdfunding luxury sandwiches. I will not eat, and I make more money than LTG. Said fuck that Comcast employee. Ryan is a slayer. OIC for my alcoholic down Chateau Tree. You don't feel meaningful without me.
What is up, everybody? Happy Friday, if it is your, last day of the work week, like for most people it is. But if it's not, I don't know. Happy Friday for just the fact that it's Friday. I got nothing. I'm really excited. Why? Apparently Triple B did some shit last night. And what's great is I haven't pre-watched any of it, like at all. Well, truth be told, maybe like 15 words. And that's it. So everything is going to be first reactions. which I'm actually quite worried about. So, yeah, it's already nighttime for me. BRB, sending out beg tweets. Exactly. Visible dimwit, of course. If you hear some teeth clicking, that's me getting ready to have one of these wonderful lozenges to hopefully unfuck whatever is wrong with my throat. But yeah, other than that, I mean, technically I have started streaming. So, damn it, what is it called? There it is. Sorry, had to get the correct app up, because if you don't have the correct app, you can't do the thing that you want to do, which is, increment the tier 0 goals met, which is 136, and of course means blood for the blood god. But yeah, all right. So I don't know what this is all about. I know it's an hour fucking long, which is absolute fucking insanity. And it's brought to us, of course, by the one, the only Snort Hogan. But here's the thing. I have a hard stop. Yeah, I have a hard stop at 2 p.m. my time. I know this is an hour. And unlike other streams where we can just go and do whatever the fuck we want, I'm going to stick just to this. Kanor, thank you for popping your membership, gym rat, for 8 months now. Happy Friday, bro. 8 months already. Time flies. Hope you are well. I'm doing, man. I'm doing. Can't complain. I wish I could get rid of whatever the fuck this is. It's much better than what it was just a few days ago, but still, it's not gone, and I want it gone, and it's not gone. That sucks. But Line Cop for 13 months now, man. Thank you so much for being my very first member and sticking around all this time. This starts as a sneaky roasting, but turns full Sunday roast by the end. I know the one thing I did see is that he calls cat fat, and then he walks it back ever so slightly, I think. Something like that. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's not stand on ceremony. We're doing it 1.5. We're going to make sure it's set to 720, and let's do the damn thing.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort. Tell you. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the show. We already have technical issues.
Serious technical difficulties are assailing the stream. How shitty is my mic, Phil?
Wow. I'm already annoyed.
Mic actually sounds good, and I actually have it on screen. No, it actually looks good.
No
Can't believe
way. We did it after more than a half hour of me loafing, ghosting, and snaking Phil. I finally made it to the show.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The big return show.
Time. It's the return.
Don't you hate it when you have somebody you're supposed to I don't know, you get assigned to a project with somebody, and you're like, you just have this energy of, let's fucking hunker down. Let's get to it, And the person's match of your energy is, yeah, whatever, whenever we get to it, I guess. Just that mismatch. And it's really awkward, and you just fucking hate it. But, yeah, that's where we are, man. We've got super high energy, and then we've got, yes, of course. I agree. This is phenomenal. I am ecstatic. It is amazing. Ha 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 ha.
Of PPP. Finally, PPP has returned to Smart Guys.
That's right. No one misses me. I never leave. I'm always here. But you're coming back here.
That's cringe, dude.
Here, Phil, you need a vacation, bud. You gotta go to the zoo or whatever.
The zoo.
Isn't that what they're saying? You gotta go to the zoo, buddy?
Gotta go to the zoo. For some reason, this is like a thing. They want me at the zoo with my wife.
Yeah, because it's cheap. Because you complained about not being able to do anything. The zoo is fucking dirt goddamn cheap. It's something to do. It would show that you're human. Of course you don't understand it. Of course you don't. You're a fucking alien. It is 9:34 in the goddamn morning, and I'm already here.
But now, bourbon.
Wife documenting every moment.
Did you say you were going to go to the zoo with your wife, Phil?
Yeah, like 5 years ago.
Then why didn't you go?
Because we didn't get there. For whatever reason. I don't
Okay.
remember.
We're going to be here forever if I interrupt him all this time. Oh my god.
Piece of shit like me?
Right,
not showing up on time to the zoo, Phil?
Well, for me, it's because life gets in the way. But for you, it's because wireless gets in the way. So.
But listen, this fucking Lesbo Lex showed up to the zoo. Why can't you?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't, Phil.
So out of the loop with all that shit.
Yeah, but you're seething about it all week long. You're seething that Iron Chef Sakai gave. I told you not to trust him.
Oh,
yeah, Iron Chef. Yeah, Iron Chef has been. I think he's up to $5,000 now, which is insane. Like, I actually just went over, helped my dad out with some computer stuff. He's 70 now, and he sat me down, And he was like, hey, I just want you to know if something were to happen. And he starts laying out where, all his accounts are, where all his property is, what his assets are, his net worth, and all that jazz. And it was during this that it clicked. I was like, okay, maybe Iron Chef came into an inheritance. And apparently I still have my Slack up, which is fun, to say the least. Let me just make sure this is nothing important. Oakland DA might want to speed thing up. All right. Alrighty. Let's do this.
He got nothing.
I agree, Jedi Master Xavier. He is awesome.
He got no
snake, buddy.
He got no sword back. He got nothing. Nothing at all.
This is your money he sent to this lesbo. What are we doing, bud?
You gotta wonder whose money it is, actually. The amount they...
For the first time ever, now that the money is not going to him, now we wonder where it's coming from. Honest question, bro. Is DSP more mad about the Iron Chef being in a woman's chat or giving the woman the money he's supposed to give him? If Lex was a dude, would he be as mad? Yeah. I think Lex being a chick is just an antagonizer. I think it's the fact that he's not getting the money anymore.
Yeah, he's dropping at this point. It's like, where's that money coming from? I don't know if it's could it possibly even be from his job?
You saying it's from Epstein or something, Phil? What are you saying?
It could be like some Middle Eastern oil money or something.
Epstein is not Middle Eastern oil money. Epstein is fucking pedo money. Oh my God, get your current affairs in order. What the fuck? Like, your current events. No.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, well, we're back here on Smart Guy's momentous occasions.
Anyway, all right, here we go.
John Rambo comes to you. Phil, come on, man. Sorry.
What the oh my God, we're opening cards.
Hey, dude.
Who? John who? Who the fuck?
Oh, yeah, because he calls Cat fat from pulling out a card, and he says, oh, it's like Fat Cat or something
anyway,
like that.
Here we go. The first pack ever of Topps Chrome 2025 collectible cards. Here we go. What are we going to have in the pack? It's supposed to be 4 cards per pack.
This is fucking cringe.
Come on.
We need it.
Come on, we need that money.
I got bills to pay, man. I got bills to pay.
Bills to pay.
Here we go.
Bills to pay.
So here's what it looks like. All right. There's some writing on there. I don't know what that means. Like some robot writing on the pack. All right. First card.
So hold on.
So here's what it looks like. All right. There's some writing on there. I don't know what that means. Like some robot writing on the pack.
What the fuck is robot writing? I need this question answered. What in the name of sweet fucking Jesus is robot writing? Is it a QR code? Is it like, I don't know, a routing number? You know what I mean? Where they kind of have the system numbers that look that way. What the fuck is robot writing, Phil? I'm sorry. I know. I pick up on the weirdest shit.
All right. First card. Ooh, it's a Legends card. It looks like. Looks like a Legends.
Ooh, it's a Hogan.
Who is it?
Hogan.
Who is it? It is John Cena.
Ooh, it's actually a pretty good Cena.
It's like a chrome Cena. I don't know if it's any good.
Cena?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have the values. You'll learn. Just like with WWE champions, you'll learn.
Oh my.
16, John Cena. I don't know if it's any good.
So yeah,
they're
starting.
Glasses. I can't even read anymore because I'm old.
Somebody said that it starts off as a like sneak diss snaking. That's what it sounds like. That's where it seems like we are right now. That nice little sneak diss, which he's good at, but I don't know. It feels like it's a little bit more surgical this time. It's not like, hey, Phil, come on, buddy, you need to be in a part of the joke. He's giving Phil the opportunity to be part of the joke, and Phil's not taking the opportunity to be part of the joke. Yeah.
Like old fart.
Oh, no, not geriatric Phil again.
So it says, hold on. It says...
Sorry you're bored, Mr. Positivity. I'm trying, bro.
Called the greatest of all time by legendary WWE announcer Michael Cole, John Cena has seemingly done it all in WWE.
Yeah.
His Hall of Fame-worthy career, I've seen him capture the WWE World Championship 16 times along the way. It's just like stroking John Cena. That's all it is.
Jesus Christ! You think a fucking card about a professional wrestler? What's it supposed to do? What? This is John Cena. You can't see him. Is that what you want, Phil? Is stroking John Cena? Then tell me what it's supposed to say. Okay, just.
It doesn't really say anything. Topps Chrome. I think it's a regular card. I don't think that's a special one.
Is it like Pokimane or whatever, where it has abilities or something? Or is
no,
it like KO or?
It's literally just like a little description on there. It's nothing special. It's like a paragraph that's like stroke Cena's ego. So, all right. So there we
As opposed to Phil, who, if you insult him in chat or do something wrong in chat, he wants an apology because he has an apology fetish. Because fun.
There we go. There's the first. Second card. This one says from SmackDown. It's a modern SmackDown superstar. It's
What the fuck?
Hyper Niven, but it's in black and white. Why is it in black and white? It's actually like, it's weird. It's like I don't know if it's a special card or not. See that? It's like black and white Piper Niven.
Are they all holo like chromium?
This
Like,
one,
is that how all of them are?
this one is just like silver. See, it doesn't really have that effect. This one does have like a chromium effect to it. So maybe this is a rarer card. I don't know.
Prism effect, but whatever.
Oh
Piper-
god, it's Cat.
How dare you? But the bummer is it's Piper Niven.
He called her fat, dude. Phil, you look. I don't like their dichotomy or their relationship. Dynamic is what I meant to say. I don't like their relationship dynamic. I think that Phil is possessive. I think Phil is controlling. Okay, so I'm just getting that out there now. You're going to marry somebody. You're going to be in a significant relationship with them, and somebody is just going to call your significant other fat in a derogatory way. And you don't have the stones to be like, hey, do me a solid and don't fucking do that, okay? Like, it's really not that hard, Phil.
Niven. That's the problem. Like, it's fucking
I
Piper
know,
Niven,
right?
dude. So
Like,
it's
who gives a shit?
even if it was like the best card, it's not going to be worth anything. So Unos did a $5 super chat. Phil and PPP, did you hear that RTU has threatened King Sly T, who's a black creator,
Big ups to King Sly.
with slurs, and then he threatened Grace Thorpe with a shotgun?
Yeah, so I saw he called this black guy an Uncle Tom, which it's like, who the fuck are you to call him that, Rich? I don't know. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Jordan Fadeaway, thank you, man, for the 2. DSP got pressed like a panini, mostly soft, sizzling. Oh, well, I hear the what's up, Rob Allen? I hear the Incel manifesto gets brought up, so I'm very intrigued as to how he handles this.
You can't. That's totally.
And thank you again, Jordan Fadeaway.
Listen, if you're going to call someone that, you have to be in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, if it was another black guy calling it that, I would totally understand it. But why the hell is he saying
I
that?
don't know. Rich is just seething because this guy blew him the fuck out with facts and logic. The guy came with...
Yeah, Trevon Womack. I know that, like, if you actually look up Uncle Tom, like, he freed him, and it's quote unquote not an insult. However, it has been widely accepted that that is almost like calling somebody the head house N-word, and is really bad. Because not only is it, implicit that you don't like, that person does not like black people, but that they actually align with the ideals of extreme white racism. And it's all bad. It's all fucking bad. We had a black officer in our department who got called an Uncle Tom. Dude was the calmest motherfucker you could ever hope to have on a call. He could talk down domestics. He could talk down suicidals. He could talk down anything. I saw someone call him an Uncle Tom, and then I saw 2 officers have to hold him back. He was fucking pissed.
Receipts and evidence to back up his points, and Rich was just a blubbering, retarded fool who started seething, and then he decided, okay, well, I'm going to make it political, and it ended up backfiring on him, and now there's a bunch of backlash.
Have a good one, Kanor.
This guy and Uncle Tom.
What a dunce.
And it's just the guy has a disagreement with Rich. It doesn't mean that he's shucking and jiving for massa on the plantation. And by the way, Rich, it is fucked to take anybody who's right-leaning, who's black, and call them an Uncle Tom.
See, this, and somebody said it earlier in the chat, when Ashton, or Triple Pete, that's what I call him, gets into this kind of serious tone, he stops swaying as much, his voice goes down 2 octaves. This is him dead ass serious.
It really robs agency from black people. Not like I'm the biggest champion of black people, but like it really does take their agency away to say, no, you can only be on the Democratic plantation. That's where it's fucked, Rich. But then Rich, like the lunatic that he is, invited the Thorpes to his house. Rich.
Wow, why would you do that?
What are you thinking, Rich? What are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking? Like, don't do that. Well, then, of course, it doesn't work out, and he cancels on them, but they don't give a fuck, because they're out for content. So they come to his fucking house, they're streaming outside his house. So what does Rich do? Well, he escalates it even more. He goes out and buys a shotgun, which he's not even legally allowed to have in the state of New York, because he's a medical marijuana holder. And so I imagine it was his father who bought this shotgun.
Which is a straw man purchase. That's federal time.
But Rich admits to being very mentally ill. He's on a plethora of medications that make him an irresponsible gun owner. And, I'm big in favor of the Second Amendment. I believe that anybody should be able to get a gun and defend themselves. But one person who I might make an exception for would be Richard from Tech USA. I'm not sure he can handle the response.
Yeah, I know Dylan Draper, but I'm letting it go because I feel like if I don't let it go, I'm going to miss something spicy.
Responsibility of being a firearm owner, because he's fucking nuts. He's fucked in the head.
People think I'm joking. People think I'm joking when I say that man is mentally ill, but I'm not joking. Like, his actions prove that he is not right in the head. I mean, the things.
But your actions make you the paragon of fucking society. Throwing stones while you live in a glass house, Phil, not the smartest thing to do.
He does just in regards to me, his level of obsession with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hi there, Kettle. Name's Potts. Have we met?
This Lego behind me.
Oh my God, don't make this about yourself. For fuck's sake, man. You built Legos and other people built Legos. Yes, they are mocking you. It's for parody. It's to show that you're an incompetent boob, you know? I did see that earlier. I didn't know we were racing. Who said we were racing? I'm just doing a nice chill stream. And then I saw that somebody said, hey man, you don't have any self-awareness. And he threw it back. It was like, no, everybody else doesn't have self-awareness.
So what did he have to do? He had to run out and buy the same fucking Lego set and build it just because I built it. There was no rhyme or reason to it. He just had to copy me because that's who he is. So, I mean, he's nuts. You're going to give this guy weapons and oh my God. Well, I don't know anything about that.
I don't think he could have bought it. And I believe there's a 6-month waiting period as well. So I'm not really sure how this weapon was obtained.
Yeah. Could be a private sale, which I don't know what the laws are in the state of New York for that, but I mean, could be private sale.
Yeah. It would have had to have been.
It looks like, by the way, it looks like a Mossberg Maverick 88 with a really fucking weird stock. I don't like that stock at all. And honestly, if you're going to run something for home defense, run a pistol grip and you don't have to worry really about aiming. Just from the hip, feed, the trigger where you want the death balls to go.
Rich's father or mother or somebody else, like they have like 10 people living in that house, like it's a fucking ghetto or something like this, crammed in under the floorboards.
Oh, obviously, Trevon. Obviously, they're copying them.
Or maybe Rich just took an image off Google. I don't fucking know. But from what I understand, he shouldn't be able to have that firearm because he has a medical marijuana card, and the state of New York disqualifies you. We'll see what ends up happening with all of that. I just think
thanks, Farrell.
I think it's always a bad idea to escalate that shit.
Right.
And I feel like he should just ignore them and try and move on with his life, but he has to get the win because he's a big tough guy. I'm from New York. You don't play.
It's the mob
hey,
boss.
suck it to you, Ewing. Thanks for subbing,
man.
man.
To get a grip, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're a 400-pound nerdy fucking guy. Like let's all just get a grip here.
I mean, I saw the feed ramp for that. It looks like a full-on 12 gauge.
Let's go into some grill, Phil. Phil, what's going on, man? So yesterday you had a pizza party.
It was great.
Pizza party.
It was delicious.
Let's go.
I noticed that for your pizza party, you ordered Domino's pizza.
I don't know.
That's
Drax.
incorrect. I ordered Papa John's pizza, actually.
Was it Papa John's pizza, Phil?
It was Papa John's, yes.
My question is, you really couldn't find anything better than Papa John's pizza?
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're supposedly this Italian man, who has this amazing, authentic Italian palate, and yet here you are for your
eating fucking Papa John's. Exactly.
Your fans, their reward. You cheap out and you get this shitty Papa John's pizza from a chain, Phil? Really?
Yes. Well, I mean, first of all, to be completely transparent here, I live in Washington State. There is sadly no authentic Italian in Washington State. The Italians are on the East Coast of the U.S., not on the West.
This is bullshit, Phil.
No, it's not.
There is no such thing as authentic Italian on the West Coast because the Italians came over to the East Coast. Okay, well, anybody who's Italian and makes pizza or makes Italian dishes over on the West Coast, you are apparently not Italian. You may give up your citizenship or your heritage. It's now cultural appropriation because Phil says so. The fuck, man?
No, there's no Italian people in Washington State.
Me. There's me.
Oh my God, you fucking self-righteous prick.
There are fucking Italians everywhere, Phil.
I haven't seen any.
Cult, bro.
I can't find any.
You can't find any. You don't leave your house but once a fucking week and you go to the goddamn store.
This is such bullshit. You're telling me there's not one pizza
Listen to
place
this. Listen to
in
this.
this area.
When I first moved here over a decade ago, there was a restaurant. They claimed the chef was like an Italian guy who flies to Europe every year to learn Italian recipes.
It's like you.
They brought me a plate of pasta. I ate it. It tasted like fucking Mexican food. I was like, what the fuck?
Fucking doubt. Like, I've had bad Italian. They don't taste like fucking Mexican food. What the fuck, man?
This is not Italian.
It tasted like Mexican food.
Yeah. It had the wrong seasonings, the wrong sauce. I'm like, what is this? This nasty shit is like fusion eating or something. And there's a couple restaurants out here that are okay, but there is nothing that's close to authentic Italian that I've had yet since I've lived here. There are some good pizza places, but they're not authentic Italian. Like there's a brick oven place that's really good. Go ahead.
You're coping, Phil. It's okay. Let me just ask you, do you think it's a bit sad that you're doing a Papa John's pizza party alone in your mid-40s to strangers?
Oh, God, this fucking hell, man. Fucking right hook.
It's online.
No, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, you're wrong, but okay.
It beats doing it. It beats doing it when I was alone and not doing it for the internet. That's for sure. At least I'm sharing with someone on the internet, right?
No, you're eating it yourself. There's no sharing.
No, that food, we ordered a bunch. My wife had some, and
I know you ordered like probably anywhere between 5,000 and 6,000 calories worth of food that you're going to shove in your fucking mouth. But you're fucking fit, bro.
$10 will go a long way to make Cat stop crying.
Double Agent X1, thank you, man, for the tenor. Phil just ranted about Rich copying him building a Lego set. Fun fact, Phil got that set and talked about building on stream one day after Jay, RTU's former editor, did his first Lego building stream. Yeah, I want to say some other people were talking about it as well. Not to mention the fact, while he bought it before, I think Vega bought his before Phil bought the succulents, but Vega's done like 3 or 4 fucking Lego build chill streams. So, I mean, if you want to talk about execution, right? Phil's a fucking copycat. He doesn't have an original thought in his fucking body. Fuck you, Phil.
I did the DSP tries it as well.
But just like, because what you did in tandem with it, you bought Ninja Turtles?
Oh, no, it's not how dare he like this. It's not how dare he eat pizza. It's how in the fuck are you going to charge people $1,500 to watch you eat pizza and make that be some kind of fucking reward?
That's right. Of course.
How old are you, Phil? You're playing with Ninja Turtles?
Hell yeah. And I love Ninja Turtles. Well, I like the old Ninja Turtles.
No, you're fucking 43 years old and you're loving Ninja Turtles? Bro, come on,
No,
man.
but I love the classic Ninja Turtles. I hate that there's 17 versions of Ninja Turtles. I haven't watched anything since like the 90s. So these are like the 1990s movie Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah. And the tick makes a really great point. And you're required to tip during the reward, which you can't taste. You get to watch him shove it in his mouth. It's really quite disconcerting.
Turtles that they put.
So, yeah, it's how dare he eat pizza, how dare he eat pizza and accept donos. No, it's how do you consider giving $1,500 a reward, or how do you say that eating pizza is a reward for getting $1,500? That's what I don't understand.
Put into Call of Duty, so I bought some of the skins and the weapons and stuff to have like a little celebration stream for my fans here.
You're playing as what, Michelangelo?
No, Raphael. How'd you get it all wrong? It was Raphael.
Yes, thank you. Equate. That's the word I was looking for, Una.
Yeah, with the size. And when he stabs you double stab like in your nipples, and he lifts you up like this. It's a hilarious animation.
But don't you think that eventually people should move on from their childhood?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Like this is getting a bit crazy. Ninja Turtles in 2025. I don't know. I don't know, Phil.
I thought it was a fun event. The viewers seemed to like it, so it was all good.
Yeah, not only that, Sleepy Squid. So there was one time that he was like, I know we're going to hit the goal in like 2, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And people were like, hey, man, but we didn't hit the goal. And he was like, well, I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm a live streamer. So you will shut the fuck up and you will like it, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And he ordered his food. Fine. Fast forward like 2 more goals, and people are like, he's like, I really want to do this on Friday, you guys. And they're like, okay, so do it on Friday. He's like, well, I can't. We haven't hit the goal, you guys.
And the pizza was actually okay. It wasn't great. It was just okay. So
we got to get you a real pizza, Phil. All right, let's move on. This is what everybody wants to hear about.
All right.
What the hell is going on with Iron Chef Sakai?
Honestly,
Sakai, whatever you want to call him.
If you want to know the truth, from my perspective, I don't know and I don't really care. Here's what
Liar!
happened. Here's what happened from the perspective of the stream. Okay, so there was one night, and I was streaming, and
I don't know, something more than that for $1,500. I don't know, game code giveaways. Rancher man, thank you for the 20. So much smacking, Phil. If you're going to eat on stream while you're chewing the food, at least softly tap your mute button because we know you got no strength. Thank you, man, for the 20. And yeah, you're absolutely right. But no, man, I expect if I was going to set a goal for $1,500, I would set something. I don't know what, but it wouldn't be fucking eating food. Like, I don't know. It feels disrespectful.
For some reason.
No, Aries Rise, I have not seen this segment.
Actually, I don't know why this has been happening because it's happened a few times now. Kick actually chose to put me on the front page and highlight me for like half an hour, something like that. Okay. I don't know why they're doing that. I have no clue.
What do you mean you don't know why? It's because you're the greatest streamer alive, Phil.
Yes, of course. Because the guy who's playing like a game about digging a hole, that's actually the name of the game. It's an indie game. I'm sure that really puts the butts in seats on Kick. It's going to get new viewers to watch me fucking dig in the middle of the backyard, right?
Why are you doing that then, Phil?
Because it's just something random and fun to do. People wanted an indie game, and I said, we'll just do it for one night, and we did, and it actually worked out. It was like a nice chill.
Now, here's why I think that you would get on the front page is because you're very consistent. You stream 6 days a week.
True.
And you stream like very long. So I imagine they would want to, because you put so many hours out, to get more eyes on those hours. But it's not been working. It's not been growing.
Well, what happens is when they do it, I get an influx of like 100, 200 extra people, and we do get some new people chatting, which is nice. But then basically, they stick around for like an hour and a half, and then they leave. You know, like people are really not coming to Kick for the kind of content that I put out, right? Like Kick is known for certain kinds of content.
Let me just put it to you this way: do you think that Iron Chef Sakai is your slave?
My slave? No, of course not.
Hold on. So how is Phil eating pizza disrespectful? So unless he's showering his viewers in gifts, if you did that, you people would criticize him a million different ways. Dude, I get it. Like, I get you're a Phil fan, and that's fine. You're welcome here. But I'm sorry. Giving somebody $1,500 to watch them eat fast food feels like a ripoff, at least for me. Especially with the amount of fucking grandiosity that he fucking levies on it. Like, this is the greatest thing ever. You get to watch it in 3 different angles. Like, who the fuck cares? It's fucking food. Like, why would that be something that people want to pay $1,500 for? And then not only that, he levies on the urgency of it. Guys, this Friday, we have to hit the goal. We have to get the $150.
You fucking gay bitch.
I mean, who the fuck cares? I mean, I guess I kind of do, because it seems like a disingenuous thing to do, and he should get a fucking job and be more of a man, but yeah.
Yeah, or do you think he's like your prostitute working a corner for you, or...
Not at all. I actually don't even know what his deal is.
Are you the pimp, or like, because it seems to me, and you can deny this and cope all that you want, but it seems to me you're pretty seething and salty that Iron Chef Sakai is giving you what you perceive as your money to this woman.
Not at all. I could care less. In fact, with Iron Chef Sakai, it was kind of a weird thing. This was not like a guy who I knew of, who had been watching my content for like a long time and supporting. He kind of like showed up out of nowhere one day last year and just started supporting like big. And then he would disappear for like a long time. And then he would come back like 3 months later and drop another big contribution. I was like, okay, maybe he's one of those people who only watches occasionally. And then all of a sudden back in the fall, he started dropping a lot on streams. I was like, whoa.
Which, by the way, you didn't question where the money was coming from then, which is odd.
And it got to the point where he was like, well, I'm on all your streams. I'm contributing a lot. Could I be a mod? And I was like, hey, I guess he's never shown me any reason not, to make him a mod. He's on.
Okay, I'll break it down for the Crayon Eater. So it's because, one, he puts a heavy emphasis on needing to hit the goal. That it is this momentous thing, this huge thing, this pillar of fucking entertainment. Okay, so that's one. Second, he pressures for the goal hard. Like, guys, you guys are fucking me over. I guess we're not going to hit the goal. Oh my God, begs for it constantly, which is at least baseline manipulation. When he gets it, right, $1,500, the impact to his wallet to, give content is roughly at max $50. Okay, so there is no urgency. There is no necessity. He could do this whenever he wants. And this manufactured urgency, this manufactured, we need it now, we have to do it now, is base level manipulation. That's the issue.
On a lot of my streams. So, I moderated him and everything. And then all of a sudden in December, I noticed his attitude toward me started to change. Like, he started to say a lot of snide remarks, a lot of insults, almost like underhanded insults in the chat. And I let it slide. I'm like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then this one day, he just went nuts. Like, he was like outright insulting me constantly during this
and fuck yes. Shout outs to Wheelie Steve. Big ups.
One stream. Right. And I called him out for it publicly. I'm like, dude, you're like killing the vibe of the stream. Everyone's noticing that you're acting like this.
Yeah. And thus we forget the constant TOS breaking, the auditing, the I'm not going to do gameplay unless you pay me, the constant begging, it's all round. It's shitty fucking behavior.
I am the pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Sucking on D's nuts. Thank you for the 10, brother. Says, thank you for giving me $1,500. Now I'll reward everyone by letting them watch me eat food that they get no part of. More money, please. Yeah. I mean, and when you finally get up to the $15,000 mark and he marks that thing as for the fans, they get to choose. He has more fine print than the fucking when you can redeem your fucking miles on an airline industry. Like, it's scummy as fuck.
Just had nothing much to say besides that he just didn't like my content anymore. And I was like,
forced whatever make you sound like something malicious. Dude, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. You don't think there's anything wrong with it? Cool. You don't think there's anything wrong with it. I share a different opinion with you. That's just how it is.
How could you be a moderator? Right? So I demodded him. Then he went nuts. He did his whole ranting, raving stream about how he hates me and all I care about is money and all this stuff. And so, of course, everyone knows that. So then after that, he was gone for a long time. Like, he was gone for about a month, I would say, maybe. And then all of a sudden one day, he comes back. Now, he had been banned.
I just got to say, Phil, let's get to the heart of this matter.
Okay.
What is this? What's going on with this lecture?
Oh, yeah, Dylan, hold on.
Okay. Now, you're saying you're not...
Shit, got the wrong thing. And I want to make sure we touch on this, so let me back it up 10 seconds. The 1,500 goal streams are terrible. The marathons, I mean, was it the 50 marathon? I think it was.
Fucking gay bitch.
He got into, he was doing, I think it was the Power Wash Simulator, right? And this is supposed to be the reward, right? This is what guys, you gave me $7,500. This is your reward. And Phil just takes the mask off and goes, yeah, I have a soft goal of $750. Why? Fucking why? This is supposed to be a fucking reward. And now the reward is that they get to watch you do a marathon and pay you $750? How is that? How does that benefit anybody but Phil?
And all of a sudden one day he comes back. Now he had been banned.
I just gotta say, Phil, like, let's get to the heart of this matter.
Okay.
What is this? What's going on with this Lex girl? You called her a slut.
Like this because his content doesn't stand under its own merit. He doesn't have a product. The only way that he can get the money that he needs to live is to beg, which is a shitty way of living, a scummy way of living, and he needs to go get a fucking job.
Okay.
Now you're saying you're not upset, but you called her a slut. Go ahead.
So I don't know anything about this woman at all. I
Then
literally.
why did you call her a slut?
Then why did you call her a slut?
Okay, I'll tell.
There we go.
Tell you because this is what happened. I don't know who she is. I don't really know her content. I've never watched her. I never heard her. None of it.
Shit, bro.
None.
You're full of shit.
I literally.
I don't
want to
make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Mr. Extravagant, thank you for the 2 with the front-facing baby chick, front-facing baby chick, front-facing baby chick. Thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate it.
Never said her name.
Then
Not
why
once.
call her a slut?
So basically what's happening is, this is what happened with Iron Chef Sakai again. So he gets back in my good graces. He apologizes, says he will
Yeah, I am. Have you heard me ask for it?
never act like that again, starts contributing again. So he's back on the streams. He's asking me to become a mod again. I'm like, no, there's no way anyone's going to trust you as a mod. I won't. No one will. After the way you acted, you can't get your sword back, right? But he continued to show up and support. So all of a sudden one night, I get on the front page of Kick. I guess at the same time that I was on the front page of Kick, they also put whoever this woman is on the front page of Kick.
Lesbo Lex, yeah.
So Iron Chef Sakai goes over there and starts watching her. And then he comes into my chat and he's
Oh, only ice Kit Kat, I'm aware.
telling everyone in my chat, hey, everyone, here's what she's doing. You should go check her out. And I was like, dude, that's obviously against the rules. You can't be advertising.
Brian A., thank you, man, for being a member of the Neophytes for 6 months. I totally wasn't forced to do this. Now, if you can, go ahead and put the guy that I hired that has the gun to your head, have him type. As long as he's reading, it's fine. He fulfilled his contract. He popped his membership for 6 months. You can go home now, Mr. Contract Killer. Thank you for doing your job. And Brian A., thank you so much, man.
Advertising someone else's content.
Well, why not?
In a competing
$10
stream.
will
It's
go a
business.
long way to make Cat stop crying.
Joe Dub, thank you for the 10, my dude. It's like if he did Stellar Blade again, he knows he hates the game and no amount of money would change that case and point with the pizza. So he's going to make the experience miserable. So is it with it, or it is what it is, Joe Dub, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, he would hate it. He'd make it like fucking miserable. But that's the thing, is that if I'm paying $15,000 and during the entire buildup for the $15,000, like you get to $14,900 and he's like, well, yeah, but then I played it way back. And so Stellar Blade is just off the fucking table. Again, disingenuous, changing the rules. Like it's fucked up. Pope Super Comment Jizzler, thank you for the 5. I missed the notification for this because Flushing Pipe and Duty was on. Now we here. Here's the bro tithe. Thank you, man. Bigs up. Sad Triple P didn't bring up Derek. I agree. Bringing up Derek would have been fucking fantastic, but I think that probably would have scooted him off.
Of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
And then Wesley H pops his gym newbie, followed by Captain Day After Day. Wesley been a newbie now for, it says new member, but no, 10 months. Yeah, there it is, 10 months. And then Captain Day After Day, a member for 1 month. And then RS Nerd pops the $1. I know it's coming. The $1 get felted. So thank you, RS Nerd and Pope Super and Joe Dub and Wesley and Captain Day After Day. Greatly appreciate it, guys.
So you are upset. You are upset she took your money.
Oh, not the money.
Hold on. So let me get King Be Cruel first of all. 220 with the 220 terrible Phil cosplay. You have to beg. Ree! And I want to go ahead and bring this one up here. Literally zero difference. Plenty of people ask for money. He's entertaining people. How many people busk while they rattle a can? I've got respect for people who busk. They typically have a talent. They actually are, playing an instrument. They're doing an act or something like that. Phil talking about his day and his fucking really incorrect takes on, common society, what's going on with gaming.
If I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, kind of mental.
Thanks again, Keep Me Cruel. For me, it sure as fuck is an entertainment. And if he were to do his whole podcast and just be happy with whatever donations he got and then do gameplay and just be happy with whatever donations he got, I don't think I'd have much of an issue with him. My issue is the begging and the fact that like I said, he highlights the urgency for it. And it's not a bit. He says it's a bit. It's not. He has done this for 16 fucking years. So yeah, the real reason isn't that he begs or is manipulative or any of the rest of it. It's just like you don't like him and he gets under your skin, bro. Let's be real. Dude, so I'm going to respect your opinion. And I have, okay? You like him. You don't see anything wrong with it, okay? me seeing it manipulative, that's my perspective. Okay. My perspective is just as justified and has just as much merit as yours. So I'm not going to disparage yours. My ask is that you not disparage mine. That's it.
Oh, the viewership then?
That's right.
Sorry, or should I do it in the Phil way? You disagree with me? Banned, motherfucker, banned. Don't ban him, mods.
Let me put it this way.
What are you saying about the viewership or the money? Because you're saying it doesn't matter, but you can't advertise a streamer in your chat, so it does matter.
There is no advertisement of
Oh yeah, and then again, lest we forget the disrespect to his fans.
I can stand up from a chair.
Where he calls them morons, says they're stupid, says they're mouth rulers, and he's not talking. But fuck, there's a stream like a week ago, where he was saying that everybody in Kick and YouTube for what they were saying was stupid. I literally called them morons. Everybody in the chat. It was great.
Anyone in my chat, because it's always been the rule.
Sucking on D's nuts. Thank you for the 2, brother. Says Bronosis compels me to donate. Obviously. It's great. And he's deceptive as fuck. Yes. He's a lying sack of shit for sure.
That's like the equivalent of walking into a Subway with coupons handing out for, Papa John or what's that one? Jimmy John's,
well,
right?
But why would it be so wrong in the community? Go, hey, I saw this streamer and they were good.
Well, that's okay. See, here's the thing. That would be fine. This literally was the entire stream. He's sitting there and he's talking about her, and he's actually trying to convince viewers to go check her out. And then they are, and then they're coming back to my chat to talk about it. But that's not what my stream is. I don't want to hear about it.
Remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Thank you, Joe Dub, for the 5. And I'm going to back this up because I do want to talk about what Phil's saying right here. I said that because that Christmas intro playthrough was terrible because he already hated the game before even pressing start. That's the disservice. Yes, I agree. Calling the guy manipulative and the only justification you can offer when faced with the question of how he's different from other socially acceptable begging is that you think the stream sucks. No, I, again, have brought up the urgency factor, the fact that the reward does not meet the payout. Now you're just in bad faith forgetting things.
That was if I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, kind of mental.
Navy Vet, thank you for the 220. Lord Diaz, thank you for the 220. Navy Vet says, because I owe you one. You don't owe me shit, man.
I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, kind of mental.
Lord Diaz, thank you for the 220. 220 for a 220 named Power W. Big ups, bro. Thank you, man. And I'm glad to see that he's alive, by the way. Even though it pisses me off how he handled that, I am glad to see him alive. So, yeah.
About another streamer. I'm trying to have a good time with my audience. So he basically completely derailed the stream.
The fact that Iron Chef Sakai was sprinkling untold thousands of dollars on this woman's head had nothing to do with you calling her a slut.
Hold on. Let me back it up. Sorry.
I'm trying to have a good time with my audience. And then they are. And then they're coming back to my chat.
A little bit more. Here we go.
Well, that's okay. See, here's the thing. That would be fine. This literally was the entire stream. He's sitting there and he's talking about her. And he's actually trying to convince viewers to go check her out.
He holds the stream hostage. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this. There are literally 2 days ago, maybe it was 3. He sat, looked at the camera and said, we will get a tip, a super chat, a membership, and a sub now. And waited.
And then they are. And then they're coming back to my chat to talk about it. It's but that's not what my stream is. I don't want to hear about another streamer. I'm trying to have a good time with my audience.
God damn it. I missed it again. Hold on.
Sitting there.
Back it up again. Hold on.
What's that one? Jimmy John's, right?
But why would it be so wrong in the community? Go, hey, I saw this streamer and they were good.
Well, that's okay. See, here's the thing. That would be fine. This literally was the entire stream. He's sitting there and he's talking about her. And he's actually trying.
Okay, so what's wrong with talking about another streamer?
Trying to convince viewers to go check her out. And then
dude, go check. I think Duty's streaming right now. Go check out Duty if you haven't. He fucking has a great stream.
They are. And then they're coming back to my chat to talk about it. It's but that's not what my stream is. I don't want to hear about another streamer. I'm trying to have a good time with my audience.
You say it's 7 p.m. unless somebody throws me 20. Am I evil?
But that was if I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220.
RS Nerd, thank you. Almost sent 220, maybe one day, but not today, dude. Yeah, if something like that ever happens, let me know. We'll reach out to YouTube. We'll get it handled. So you're out with your guitar. You say, no more songs, guys, at 7 p.m. unless someone throws me $20. I am evil. That depends. Are you going to stand there at 7 p.m. and then...
All these super chats are great.
Wait.
But remember,
and wait,
you don't matter
and wait.
You tip.
And again, you're also changing the perspective. You said at the end, it's 7 p.m. You stand at your corner at 5 p.m. You're going to go from 5 p.m. to 7, and you have your guitar, and you have a thing that just says open and says, pay me money, and I'll play you a song. I think you're probably going to get far less money for being a disingenuous, hey, I deserve this until you whatever. I deserve the money, and I'm not going to play shit until you give me the money. It's not how buskers operate, which is what he did. So you've changed it from beginning of stream to end of stream. And now it's an actual product, being a song. In this case, it's fucking gameplay, and it's bad gameplay at that. Now, that is opinion, true, but fuck, man, it is what it is. Papa Polecat, thank you for the $5. ICS did not do any of what Phil was claiming, by the way, on the first day. And on the second day, what got him banned was saying, can you send us to Lex after? That is correct. He came in, said, hey, can you send us? And boom, he was gone. And then there was a wonderful disrespectful tirade about the fan who had given him thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars, about how he's a piece of shit and a simp and all this other stuff, all personal attacks. Right, which is just indicative of a really decent human being. Yeah, that's just how Phil operates. It's not a product he's selling. There's no exchange of goods. It's a voluntary donation. And then how is it voluntary if it is constantly brought up? That's not voluntary. That is encouraged. That is do this thing. Okay. The guy walking around at the fucking stoplight with the boot out for the fire department, who's asking, fill the boot. He's going to walk up and he's going to have the boot out. But what he's not going to do is reach in, grab the steering wheel, and be like, you need to give me $5 or you ain't driving. So, yeah.
So he basically completely derailed the stream.
The fact that Iron Chef Sakai was sprinkling untold thousands of dollars on this woman's head had nothing to do with you calling her a slut.
No,
Bingo.
not at all.
You've not seen any of her content.
Nope.
You don't know anything about her, but you just chose to call her a slut for no reason.
All I know about her is what he said in the chat that night. That's what I know about her.
So what did he say that led you to call her a slut?
But that was if I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, kind of mental.
Joe Dub, I press start stream. Please tip, you guys. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Stream, her content is that she basically does aerobics on camera in a very provocative way to get...
First of all, I thought you said you hadn't seen it. Okay. So you would know it's not provocative if you had seen it. So you are telling the truth, at least. You hadn't seen it because you would know that is not in a provocative way. So you're wrong. From the word go, you're wrong.
People to throw her money.
So you're calling her a slut. Are you aware that you show your feet in underwear for money, Phil?
Of course. Oh, frequently, right? No, I don't. That's not my gimmick, and you know that.
But she doesn't show her feet. She doesn't show her underwear. And you do. I'm just saying.
Bingo, bango.
You called her a slut. And I think it's pretty obvious you're upset that Iron Chef Sakai was giving her money. And it's okay if you were upset about it, Phil.
I legitimately was not upset about that at all. I didn't care. I cared that he was derailing my stream and advertising someone else's stream on mine. That has always been against the rules. And he knows that, by the way.
All right, let's just move on from that point. You then said that she's not a lesbian. You said that she's bi, or you said, what did you say exactly, Phil?
So basically, this came up on a stream, I guess. We were talking about days later. And I think the discussion was, people were actually making fun of Iron Chef Sakai, saying he's a simp. He's going to her streams and he's throwing her money. He's a simp.
Yeah, he does beat him into submission like this.
And I think it came up that someone said, well, she's gay. She's a lesbian. She's outright said it on her stream. She has her girlfriend on the stream. So why would you simp out to someone who literally has their significant other there on the stream?
You said that she's a lesbian, but she says that she's bi.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you're participating in, Phil, is what's called bi erasure. And, I'm just surprised because you have in your title screen at the slideshow at the beginning that you're an LGBTQ ally. And yet here you are erasing this woman's identity, telling her.
I thought you said Phil didn't have a product like this. I thought you said it's not he didn't have a product. Geico has a fucking product. Dude, the bad faith here, you're reaching, man. You're fucking Stretch Armstrong here.
Her that you know what her identity is better than her, but you're not upset about Iron Chef Sakai giving you.
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
NWO.news. The best wrestling content is watching Triple P body DSP. Dude, this has been fantastic so far. Especially when he's pressing him and being like, okay, well,
you fucking gay bitch. She's
a slut, but RS Nerd, let's see if he calms the fuck down. But yeah, the derailing, not really derailing, but yeah, we're talking circles here. So we'll give him a little bit more time.
So follow me on this. All right. You're a streamer. You know that there's people out there that are weak-minded simps and will throw you money if you make semi-sexualized content. It's not all the way, but hey, I work out or whatever, and people throw me money when I do it, right? Is it the honest question to you? If you have a significant other on stream, right, and you say you're gay, and you say, I'm just gay, that's it, and this is my significant other, or if you say you're bisexual, which then would give you...
Like this. Ads for products. We've established that you think Phil has no product, that there is no trade of good for service. You are creating a straw man argument where one does not exist. If another straw man What's the difference? There is a product. When there is advertisement, it is not just give me money. Okay? So, stop straw manning, no problem. So, okay. We're going to agree to disagree that you don't have a problem with him asking for donations. Okay? We're agreeing to disagree. That's it.
Viewers think a thought, oh, wait a minute, she's bi, so she's not just gay with this person on stream. There's other, maybe I have a chance.
It just seems like it's easy for the criticisms from you to flow to her, but if anybody criticizes you, you have a real problem, right?
Exactly.
Everyone criticizes me every moment of every day. I don't give a shit.
But you know, that's a lie, Phil. Come on. Come on. You see the... Listen, you get upset when people speculate about your love life and your partner, and yet here you are.
I know, Wheelie.
Talking about this woman who apparently you have no idea about, nothing about her streaming career, nothing about her life, and here you are saying she's not actually bisexual, she's a lesbian, and she's exploiting her audience for money, and this and that, and she's doing this. Like, do you not see that as hypocritical in any way, Phil?
Hypocritical? No, absolutely not. It's this simple.
No.
Iron Chef Sakai is a simp, and whoever this woman is a simp herder. This is her content. This is what she does, and that's fine. I just don't need to hear about it in my content, and I certainly don't need my streams derailed by this behavior. So Iron Chef Sakai got his ass kicked out of my streams. Is ever coming back? I don't care how much more he begs, how much more he grovels, how much he offers to give me. I don't need his money.
Yeah, right here. This is this is a stand-up person right here.
I don't need his time. I don't need simps trying to fucking derail.
Thank you very much. Larry is
All these
pro.
super chats are great, but remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Triple P flopped. I'm sorry, bro side. He never called Phil out on his defense for Derek. He should have absolutely destroyed him. JMO, he was too scared. Yeah, I agree. If he doesn't call him out, I'm assuming you kind of gave me a spoiler here. He doesn't. It would have been cool to hear that, but I also know what tactics he's using to kind of garner rapport and not push too hard too fast. Yeah, and some people are talking about it in chat. SS Willie, Only Ice Kit Kat saying it. He can't push hard. If he pushes too hard, he'll shut down.
Derail my shit. I'm far above that shit.
Let's talk about Lesbo Lex a little bit more. So, are you upset that she finished the Lego set quicker than you?
No, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know until someone told me.
The problem is, we're now on the second stream of you doing it, and we're what, halfway there. She finished it in one stream. So, like, are you dumber than a girl, or what?
Well, you might not realize this. I directly addressed that on my podcast today.
Oh, I heard it. It was a bunch of coke and a bunch of baloney.
Well,
it was a bunch of bullshit.
Isn't it true that for some bizarre reason, there is an entire universe of content that's based around what I do? And isn't it a weird anomaly? Like
I do, because I find your content so boring. I don't know how the fuck they can stand it.
Exactly.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And the thing is, I'm okay with being who I am. Like, I don't need to be some wild character, some guy doing crazy zany things. I fucking bought a Lego set. You know, all I did was get this. And my audience said, will you do something different instead of just gaming?
That's my problem too.
Right?
Like, why did you buy the cheapest, shittiest Lego set that's so boring? Couldn't we get the Death Star or Ghostbusters or
I'm sure he will, Meester.
Ninja Turtles or whatever?
Well, it's a demo, basically. And if this is successful, I have told people I will invest into a bigger Lego set when we're done with this one. And the first two streams, we actually did good. I've hit my goals. So, we hit a third one.
Oh, look at that. We're holding content ransom.
On the finale, I will buy a more expensive, better Lego set that's like an IP or something more interesting. This was just a test. I didn't even know how hard this was going to be. I haven't built Lego since I was...
Guerrero, that was a timeout.
Like 10 years old.
Because everybody's saying that the reason you're so worried about people going over there is because she was doing what you do, but better. And I think that's why you're worried about it. So
why would I care about that? I'm successful. I'm hitting my goals on my streams. I don't care what other people are doing.
Talk about how it's a business, but if there's a competitor...
Oh, you mean Guerrero. You mean for ICS. Yeah, no. He absolutely could have timed him out, let him back in and all that jazz. But no, he got fucking butthurt over the fact that, hey, they're trying to get people to go over to this other person and give them money.
Doing the same thing but better, that business will go under, no? Especially when they're taking one of the largest clients of yours that gave you so much money. I'll give you an example. You an example of how you could have improved your stream and been better than her stream, but hers was better. So everybody in chat, from what I understand, was asking you to put on background music because it's awkward while you're building the Lego, right? But she turned it on and sacrificed the ad revenue, but you wouldn't do it. Why? Because the ad revenue is legitimately pennies at this point, brother Phil. Like why not just turn on some like relaxing Nintendo music for your fans? Why are you so chintzy this way?
Oh, it has nothing to do with that. For me, my problem is whenever I try to put something in the background that's not my silly remixes, it ends up getting like muted or blocked. This is happening.
No, it doesn't. You just can't advertise it.
Been tons of times. I have like, no lie, I have like 70, 80,000 videos on YouTube, and every day I get like 500 notices that previous videos are blocked.
There's a thing called royalty free, and you could put on a royalty free mix.
There's that too.
And then it fills that dead air.
Well, royalty-free does not mean it's okay. What royalty-free means is that you can use the song, and you don't have to pay a royalty to use it, but you relinquish all rights to your video. And if that person decides to claim your video, they could actually have it muted or blocked if they so choose. And that's happening.
But I mean, does it really matter? Because it's for the live audience. There's so few people watching on demand at this point, Phil.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, who's going to go through and be like, oh yeah, we want to claim this fucking 4-hour fucking stream where we got played while we're playing Legos. Like, and I thought it was wrong. That I thought royalty free meant exactly that. It's royalty free. You can use it. You can advertise on top of it. Whatever. It makes none of what he is saying makes sense to me.
Just give the live audience what they want, man.
I get.
If you feel like if you give into it, you've let the detractors win.
No.
But that's what it is, though. You think that if you give in to earnest criticism, that you'll have made the detractors win.
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Actually, the opposite. If you took that criticism and improved your show and made your audience that likes your show like it more, the detractors would lose, Phil. It's a backwards mentality. Or it's just you want fucking 60 cents from fucking AdSense.
It has nothing to do with that. It's not the ad revenue that I'm worried about. It's the actual content being blocked or muted. And it's happened a million times. When I used to do my React show, I did it for 2 years, DSP versus the internet. I would be playing a random clip, and because of the music in the clip, the whole stream would get shut down. And now I got to wait like 5 minutes to get my stream back up because YouTube blocks it. And it happens all the time.
I'll just accept it. Let me swing back around to something, right? So this is now the second Lego stream. I don't think you're stupider than Lex, okay? I think that what you're doing is intentionally being slow so that you can milk this Lego set for additional
Bingo bango
streams. Is that true, Phil?
No, I'm just not. I wasn't aware that I was in any competition with anyone else to build a Lego.
Well,
this isn't like
a competition.
Phil's speedrun.
You look dumber than a lesbian.
Why does it make it look? Wait. Why would it make me look dumber? Because she did it faster.
She finished it quicker. Her cognitive abilities were there to do it faster.
But when I'm doing the stream, okay, I'm actually using a new setup, which I actually just the same setup we.
Which does what for your cognitive abilities?
Actually just used to do these cards.
Wonderful.
I'm using to do the Lego now. So I'm trying to get it in frame. I'm messing with the camera and all of that to get it working. I'm not in any rush. I'm hanging out with the audience. I'm literally having a conversation with my audience. It's considered a hangout stream, right? We never were of any impression that there was a rush to finish this. I mean, if that was the case, I would have had it done the first night. I could have rushed through it and done it, but I'm not in any rush. I was doing it for myself because my fans wanted to do it. They wanted something different. All of a sudden, this weird DSP universe emerges where everyone wants to show that I'm better than DSP.
Henry Varro, thank you, man, for popping your membership. What is that now? 7 fucking months. Holy shit, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So this woman buys it. Review Tech buys it. They all buy it, and they're building it on their streams. Oh, look, I'm better than Phil. Phil doesn't care. Phil doesn't give two fucks about it.
Then why are you talking about it, Phil?
I can tell that you're angry about it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I think it's funny and bizarre and weird that these people orbit around me and I'm the center of their universe, and everything that I do somehow inspires them to do things different or better.
I agree with you to a degree. The vortex, the snortex, or whatever it is fucked. The people in it are wacky. Whether they're fucking detractors or fans or whatever, I'll ask you, like, what did you think about this fucking guy that was saying all these slurs to Lex and going in on her and death threats against her? You saw that?
I know about slurs. I heard about the death threat, but here's the thing.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for you to tell him that it was fucking detractors that did that when it's, like, documented that he's been a fan of you the whole time.
All right. I'm on my break. I have a rare 2 days off in a row to spend time with my wife. We had plans and everything. I'm paying no attention to what's going on the internet on purpose. Like, I want to be disconnected from the internet. I come back from my break and I'm getting yelled at. Why is someone who claims to be your fan giving a death threat to this woman? How the fuck do I know? What are you talking about? I don't know who this is. I didn't see it.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Do you feel like when you call this woman a slut, when you participate in buy erasure and go after her identity, do you feel like you cultivate an atmosphere of hate that would lead to this woman being harassed?
Dude, fucking 9-iron to the fucking skull.
Well, to follow up on that comment,
what's up,
I can
JB?
answer this very easily. Do you feel that every single person who's made fun of me on the internet?
Michael A. Before E, somebody copyright DSP Universe and start selling t-shirts. Then Phil can cope over more people stealing merch money for his trash. I want to back this up. Thank you, by the way, Michael, for being a gym rat now for 11 fucking months. Hey, coming up on a year, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's back it up. I got to hear this full on excuse.
I feel like you cultivate an atmosphere of hate that would lead to this woman being harassed?
Well, to follow up on that comment, because I can answer this very easily. Do you feel that every single person who's made fun of me on the internet has created a cultivating atmosphere of hate that people now want to kill me because of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to answer this question the way that he's doing this. Okay. Phil, if somebody ever said, you disrespected Broside Phil and issued a threat to you, mentioning my name, even though I don't know who they are, I would disown that person, or I would at least say fuck, why I cannot brain today. I have the dumb. But basically I would take your side and be. Yes, I wouldn't condone it. Thank you. I would not condone. I would disavow and denounce. Thank you, Wrestling Ranter, Negative Creep. You guys are being my fucking thesaurus today. I really appreciate it. I would denounce the behavior. I would disavow the person, be like, they are no supporter of Broside Phil if they are levying death threats against you. And I do not have any affiliation with it, and nobody deserves to have a death threat levied against them. I am sorry that this person did this in my name. Let me know if you need to talk with me about it. Like I said, I have not told this person to do that, and I apologize for that person's behavior. It's a fairly easy W to take, because they brought you up.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Then that's the answer.
You know, I don't know, Phil. Like, you can't have it both ways, you know, because you say that they create that atmosphere of hate around you, and then here you are doing the same thing to this girl. Now, personally, I don't really give a fuck, and I said as I'm doing devil's advocate because I don't feel people should be held responsible for the behavior of their fans. I don't think you can control what your fans do, and I think we wouldn't have very many content creators left if we held people to that standard, because there's all sorts of Looney Tunes and fucking psychos out there.
Well, that's what Willie, all you had to do was say, hey, I heard that Lex got, somebody threatened Lex and that they said my name in it. I denounced that behavior. Nobody should be threatened against, and that's it. But he's basically saying I shouldn't have to answer for that person. I shouldn't be held responsible for that person. That's fine. Technically, he's not held responsible for her, and I understand that, but this is the exact same reason I brought this up in another stream. Why people who are celebrities are like, oh, this person, you know, Taylor Swift, you know, somebody walks into a fucking diner, says, this is for Taylor Swift, sets off a suicide bomb. Hey, guess what? Taylor Swift's probably going to address that, even though she didn't do anything. Now, obviously, that's an extreme example, but you get the point.
But I think you calling her a slut. Let me ask you this, Phil. Do you think you have a problem with women?
No, not at all. I have no problems with women, actually.
Ever?
I mean, women who have done things, you know, bad things to me personally, but not in general, no.
I mean, I have this post that you wrote back in 2003.
Oh, this is great.
and people say that this is your incel manifesto.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
You say, shit, every woman I've ever known was either extremely...
Jesus Christ, he's reading the whole thing?
...selfish and self-centered, too busy feeling sorry for herself to do anything else, too annoying and or geeky to stand for more than 30 minutes,
God, why did I do that? Killer Queen bites the dust. Thank you for the 20. Very childish that he thinks trolls want him Minecraft. I wish for many, many years of the most entertaining reality television show on earth. Part of me says yes, part of me says no, Killer Queen, because I don't like where he's getting the money. And I think, especially with those that have mental disabilities, if there was a way to get away from him getting money from that source, I think I'd be more okay with it. But yeah, the fact that he gets it from those that sometimes have mental handicaps, that's a bit heavy, you know. It's like, I mean, fuck, take a look at Power. That dude, I hope he's a troll. I really do, because that is...
What the hell is wrong with you?
That is fucking terrifyingly obsessed. Like, I give my life for wrestling. I give my life for DSP. I've turned down women for DSP. Like, and then you've got, you know, Kevin Stiles, who obviously has mental issues. You've got, there are multiple examples. I mean, Jade's got a heart of gold though, but there are multiple issues. There was one dude that had the last name is Steve. Or Steve something. Steve Gamey. I don't remember, but I took a look at his channel. There's obviously something present.
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Can the mentally ill scam their own kind, says NWO.news. You know, I think it's the fact that he uses the tactics that he has, the manipulation, the overt begging, the guys, I really need this, that plies more towards those with mental disabilities. I'm not saying that people with mental disabilities can't donate and don't have free reign or don't have agency over themselves.
I can stand up from a chair.
I'm saying that you don't, if there was a mobile game that came out that had flashing patterns, that if somebody had, and Rancher, sorry if this fucking hits wrong, but somebody has cerebral palsy, right? And they have found that a sequence of lights will cause somebody with cerebral palsy to buy microtransactions 75% more, 50% more than the average person for this game. And they heavily market it and be like, hey, especially if you have cerebral palsy, you should play this. Not that he markets to, people with mental handicaps, but just the act of having kind of an in to somebody, manipulating them to that level, I'm not a fan of. I don't know if that's making sense. Fuck, man, it's fucking not really making sense to me. Mom, I'll have to fucking think on that one. But I get your point. Michael A. before you, thank you for the Canadian 7. I honestly think getting confronted repeatedly is just making Phil okay being a shitty person openly. I think he's shedding his shame. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I think that a lot of people are like, I don't want to hear I don't want to hear racists talk. I do. I want to hear racist talk because then I know they're a racist and I don't want to associate with them. But when people close off how they actually feel, you get a disingenuous person like Phil who is like, no, I'm really a good guy. Dude, if you're a piece of shit, be a piece of shit. It's fine. I'd rather you be transparent than some fucking cloak and dagger asshole. I hope that makes sense, but thank you, Michael, for the Canadian, almost American.
I don't want to
7.
make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
And Ginyu 4Z with the 2. Ack, Tyrone broke my wife's back. Thank you, man, for the 2. I really appreciate it. Let's keep going.
Stupid to listen to advice they ask for, doing stupid things and then complaining.
Oh, for sure, Biscuit, for sure.
What you told them. 5,
G. Burke. Thank you so much for the 10 months. Here he is laughing about something he wrote in 2003 like he's proud of it, but by Phil's own words, something that happened years ago doesn't matter. Interesting, isn't it?
Total slut. Now, Phil, that 5th bullet point, a total slut, that's the same language you used in 2025 as in 2003.
That's right.
So have you changed from this
Wrestling Rancher,
this diatribe against women, or do you have a problem with women, or what?
Well, first of all, I've talked about this. My past, I was an internet troll. I was purposefully making
This was not intentional. This was not personal or intentional trolling. This was not a flame war. This was how you felt. I'm sorry, you can't convince me otherwise.
Content that would incense people on the internet for attention. I was kind of a loser and was looking for attention on the internet because my real life was pretty boring. I did the same thing in the Street Fighter community. You can find all kinds of crazy posts I made back then that were very trollish, very stupid stuff. And I've since then, especially with these documentaries that have come out.
But you still call women sluts.
Exactly.
Well, you still erase their sexual identity and take away their individuality from them.
Well,
like
because
they're an object.
because that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it.
Wow. And yeah, he is. He's entitled to the opinion, but fucking hell, man.
If someone is going to make content on the internet and the content is based on showing their body in a provocative way, and they're going to get money based on doing that.
Troll you. So you're allowed to troll Phil, but when people troll you, it's not okay, even when they may change in the future. You won't allow them the same leniency you expected. Wait a minute, hold on. So you're allowed to troll Phil, but when people troll me? No, people can troll me. People troll me all the time, Felipe Baxter.
That is sexualized content.
But didn't you say you've never seen any of her content?
I have.
You're talking to Phil in that message. Okay. I was like, people troll me. It happens.
Heard what they told me it was in my chat. So based on what I've heard,
I have seen some of her content. She's not in a bikini. She's not in a hot tub.
No.
She's not showing her underwear. She's not showing her feet like you do.
And actually, her squat is really good form.
So it's very strange for you to have this position, and I think ultimately it comes back down to she took your money and you're pissed.
She didn't take my money. She took Iron Cuck's money. She didn't take my money.
But isn't Iron Cuck's money your money?
No, none of my viewers' money is my money until they give it to me. Then it's my money. Then I have the right to do whatever I want with it. But I'm not entitled to their money.
Then why do you act like it?
Why were you so upset when he went over there and when he promoted her stream in your chat? Because you're worried that you're going to lose your money, right?
I don't give a crap about what any of my viewers do outside of my streams, but I do care about what they do on my streams. And that behavior is not allowed. It never has been in the entirety of the time that I make content. It's a strict rule. No advertising anyone else who's a creator or competitor in my content. Competitor.
Select language. Competitor.
Period. Because this is my place of business. No other business will allow another business to advertise in theirs that's considered, a competition. I was on the front page of Kick. She was on the front page of Kick. That's just not allowed. It's just common sense in any business. Like I said, you can't go in a Subway and advertise a competing sandwich shop.
I want to know, then why call her a slut? Why say that she's faking being bi and she's actually a lesbian?
Because number one, I'm basing that off of what people are saying in my chat, which is that she's making sexualized content for money.
Let me stop you right there. So when people listen to a detractor and then they come after you and fuck with you, is that okay based on what they heard from a third-hand source?
Bingo.
I would say it depends on the extent. It depends on the extent of what's being said. Because you're not
now it depends. Go
direct to the source. I know that. I'm not stupid. But there's a lot of people who they'll hear something and they'll make a judgment by it. But then perhaps they'll actually check it out for themselves and then they'll have a different opinion.
Listen,
in this case, I have no desire to ever check out her content. I don't care about this person. I will never care about this person.
Well, you do care. I can tell you care. But here's my advice to you in these.
Fantastic redirect on Triple P's part here. Yes, you do. There was no.
All these super chats.
Yeah, you do,
great.
don't you?
But
this
remember,
was a.
You don't matter unless you tip.
This was a. You have not changed my mind. Yes, you do. And I can tell. And you're not fooling me. Let's move on, right? Papa Polecat, thank you for the $5. Says one of his complaints was ICS saying that Detractor things in Lex's chat. That is correct. And linking Detractor content in Lex's chat. So I thought he didn't care about what somebody does outside the stream. It's odd. It's almost like he's a liar.
Circumstances. Because really what you should have done is just said nothing about her. Because
Bingo.
you didn't watch her streams. You didn't know what she was doing. You don't really know. And sometimes you just have to take that fucking L and move on. And if you are saying you're not about drama, you're about positivity and all of this stuff that you say in meaningful content, then that's how you should be acting, right, Phil?
Big ups, Greedy Piggy.
Sometimes, listen, she fucking stole your pay pig. She made fun of you. She did a bunch of Detractor memes. She didn't even know what the fuck she was doing. You know what I mean? But then you come out and you call her a slut and you erase her sexual identity and say it's something different. And then this is where you get into trouble, right? Whereas if you just said fucking nothing, there would be no ammunition. Or,
bingo.
Or, you know what? Here's what I would do if I was pissed. Just go full balls to the wall. Fuck that bitch. She's a lesbian. She's a sinner. She's going to hell. But you can't have it both ways.
This is really interesting because he's giving him actually kind of his persona, his product, which is the loud, boisterous, come on, guys, the very extreme right-wingist or right-wing mentality. Oh, she's a sinner. But as he's explaining what he does to Phil, you could say, you just have to go this direction with it. So you can tell it's an act. You can tell Ashton is doing his act when he's doing the really high energy shenanigans, right? And he's trying to tell Phil,
all these super chats
either shut up or make it an act.
You don't matter unless you tip.
But Phil, and that again, somebody was saying something, that he's revealing his mask. He's revealing who he truly is. This is exactly correct. He's actually starting to show who he is, which is going to isolate people from him. People are not going to like him based on viewpoints he has. He doesn't want that. He wants to be liked by everybody. That's what he's looking for. Joe Dub, thank you for the $5. This is like when he uses Twitter comments for news articles for his opinions. He has no original opinion in that brain of his. Yeah, and that goes back to a point, Joe Dub, that I've made several times, is that he doesn't have any life experience. His only life experience is streaming. He doesn't have common go out and do normal shit with friends experience for the last 16, 17 years. Well, at least the last, say, we'll give it to him. We'll just say last 5 years, right? And that is going to damage somebody psychologically. So yeah, but you're absolutely right. Thank you, man, for the $5. Really appreciate it.
Brother Phil, you can't have it both ways.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the funny part about all of it, right? So
I don't want
we
to
just
make
spent
this
more
about
time
femboys,
talking about this.
Femboys.
By about 10.
Vanguard, thank you for the 2. Proside, big ups. How are you, my man? I'm good. Got a hard stop at around the noon hour, but trying to get through this, and thus far, this has been a fucking gold mine. This has been amazing. Thank you again, man.
10 times than what I've spent on my streams talking about it. Like, I think literally there was the one comment that I made about her, and then there was the second comment where I said that Iron Chef Sakai was a simp for her. And when someone said, oh, well, she's gay, but she's bi, and I was like, no, she's not. She's milking these idiots because they're so dumb and they're gullible, and that's why they're giving them their money. And that was literally the extent of the content that I made about this person or said anything.
Would you apologize to her for the statements that you made?
Will she apologize for all the shit that she said about me on the streams to milk money out of
There it is. I was wronged. I'm the victim. I'm this, I'm that. And it takes a big person to be wronged and apologize first. It is a monumental task, and actually mean it. You have to mean the apology. If you apologize and you expect the apology back, not an actual apology. To actually man up if you did something wrong, no matter what the other person did to you, those are two separate conversations. You should have the wherewithal. You should have the balls to be able to say, I don't want to
make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
I was wrong and I apologize. And God, that is a hard lesson to learn. Phil obviously has not learned it yet. Vanguard,
I am the pinnacle
nice.
of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Thank you for the 2. Wow, I missed this part. Phil, you donkey. Donkey. What are you doing, Donkey? Thank you, man, for the 2. And then Chris Goblin with the 220 pounds. Hopefully it fires off the 220. I don't know if it will. Oh, nope, it didn't. I apologize. But don't always want to give Triple P credit, but he cooked. Yeah. I don't want to tell you his background because he hasn't given me permission to, but we have spoken in DMs. Dude is actually built for this. Knowledge-wise. He's built for this. And I know a lot of people have warned me against, becoming like a fan or even saying good things about Triple P. But in this case, yeah, dude actually has the skill set for it. It's crazy.
I am the pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Thank you for the 10. The creator of Bromas, the Bro Mass, the cake engine. I thought Triple P, that's what I call him, did well grilling Phil yesterday, but why did he not confront Phil about the Derek comments? Phil said he doesn't agree with Kino on banning the PDF. Yes, but again, and we mentioned this a little bit earlier, no problem. He's already really pushing hard. Especially with this slut thing, which I'm really impressed that he's sticking on this.
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
This may be a tactical decision that if I press on Derek, I'm going to get him to shut down and I need to have a show next week so I can keep him on edge. So it could be tactical. He could have just forgotten. I can tell you from talking with Phil is incredibly difficult given his... you can hear it, how often he interrupts, how often he says, oh, okay, well, let me tell, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? It's very taxing. It's very draining. So it could have been a tactical choice, but thank you. And then Slurp Derp with the 2. Phil's mental gymnastics break my brain. Dude, he's an Olympian. Like he wins the gold, silver, bronze, and the 4th place blue ribbon. It's fucking crazy. It's great. But yeah. Oh, yeah. The Roach Whisperer.
Detractors?
See, but this is the thing is, you shouldn't have to expect her to do the right thing in order for you to do the right thing, right?
Here's the right thing to do. Just move on, which I already have. I don't talk about this one. Like I said, I'm not even kidding you. Less than 5 minutes. That's how much of my content was taken up talking about.
I came day after day. I don't know how to do a 360 exercise vid. Like I don't have a VR thing. But if I ever get one, I'd definitely look into it.
About this subject, there was a discussion with Chef Sakai where I told him, you're derailing my content, and I banned him. Then there was the discussion where I did say that thing about her once because it was in response to a comment. And then later on, I called him a simp. And I said, yeah, I don't really believe that she's bi. I think she's milking people. It was like 5 minutes, if that. And then I moved on. It's not me that creates these situations. It's this vortex that's around me that hyper-fixates and blows it up for their own content.
But you, Phil, are a part of the vortex. Do you understand?
Exactly.
No, here's the truth. I'm the eye of the vortex.
Oh.
But I don't care about the vortex. I don't want to be a part of the vortex. Because if I did care and I did become a part, that would be all I am. I would just be engulfed in it constantly.
Oh my God, Phil's a victim.
Are engulfed in it. It is chaos all the time. And what I find interesting is a lot of the time, like I'll say, you don't have to respond to this or you don't have to address this. Whatever they're saying about you on any given day, you don't have to let them control you. Because a lot of the shit they say is nonsense. But the thing is, you respond to it, and then when you respond to it and you talk about it, it enables the vortex to continue.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying, but it's impossible to not respond when people bring...
It is possible to not respond.
I'm not going to ignore everyone in my chat.
Sir, you have to ignore it, or the vortex will always consume you. Sometimes...
Yeah, that's funny, consume you.
There's so much... Listen, Phil, people say so much nasty shit about me every day, and if I responded to it all the time, it would be all I ever do, which... half of the time is all you ever do is respond to the shit that these people are saying.
Exactly.
That was true in the past.
No, it's true now.
No,
that was definitely true in the past. That is not true today. No, it is not. No, it is not.
It's so true, sir. I'm actually trying to help you.
I am so...
Oh no, Reaper, there's more gold.
Different today than how I used to be, because you're right. I used to get so angry about every single little stupid, insignificant thing that was said about me, and I would bring it up and I would rage against it. And today...
Yeah, he doesn't do that, guys.
Test me, bitch.
Give 2 fucks about these people. I don't.
No, not at all.
Test me, bitch.
5 minutes, not even 5 minutes spent on this, but they made it 2 weeks.
Well, I think you did, 25 minutes on the Lego thing, the Lego Cope today?
That was good. That was a good segment. I enjoyed that.
Listen, it is a good segment, but I have a feeling that you do actually, on a deep down level, know what you're doing.
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Vanguard D Nice, thank you for the 2. I don't like Triple P, but he's very right on this subject or on this part. Yeah, and he is. I think Phil has, what is that, ODD, that obstinance defiance disorder, or I can't remember what the O stands for. It's not obstinance. But yeah, that he wants to be a contrarian, and he always wants to be right. And if you tell him to do it this way, then he has to do it Oppositional. Thank you.
You
Thank you.
fucking
Oppositional
gay
defiance
bitch.
disorder. Then fuck you. I'm going to do it this way. And he can't not bring it up.
It is in your best interest to keep the vortex going. Because it is. It's a symbiotic relationship between you and the detractors.
Bingo. It's not parasitic. Oh my God. Pause game on point. And I need an adult. I need an adult. Oh my God, Phil. My soul is leaving me. He's a fucking help. God almighty. I can't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. God damn. Let's just go ahead and click the screenshot button. Let's grab that gem. Okay, there we go. So now we got that cooking. Okay.
It's all my master plan.
It kind of is in a way. Now, people are saying you don't know what you're doing. You know, sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, I think. But I think you do. I think that, you got to realize you are enabling what they're doing. And if you just ignore their narratives, their narratives will die out. They would only exist over there.
Well, that's literally where they only exist, though. Like, it doesn't exist in my stream. I told you, my stream, this was less than 5 minutes. What you're addressing is the detractor vortex.
Now it's less than 5 minutes.
If you actually attend my streams, this is not my content. Like I said, that Lego segment was an observation about Rich and her, and maybe a couple others even, all buying Legos and building them because I built them. But that's not...
That was the start of it, and then it became... I am the center of universes, and I am an influencer, and I am God himself.
Male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Casey Jones, thank you for the £5. Imagine that face on his new closer camera, Nightmare Fuel. I don't want to. I don't want to imagine that. That is absolutely psychotic. And then Joe Dub with a 5 says, it's been 84 years since King Be Cruel called him cringe, dude. Yeah, it's been... God, I need the fucking Titanic lady. It's been 84 years. And I can still see the fur. By the way, Phil's a victim.
Hope. Me angry, that's just an observation, and it's a piece of content for my podcast, and then I move on, and we have a fun day.
All these super chats are great. But remember, you don't matter unless you tell.
Now, that's
Thank
all my
you again,
content
Joe Dub and Casey Jones.
5 minutes of me becomes 50 hours for them. But I don't care because I'm not involved in it.
Here's what I say. What is your hypothesis as to why this persists to this day and why this has been created around you, but it's not really like that for many other creators?
Profits.
Okay, Phil.
That's why.
But there is ways to, A-log it and make profitable content out of other creators. But with you in particular, there seems to be it's very dedicated. And I feel like it's partly because you feed them constantly.
But there's no way to not feed them.
They want.
There's no way to not feed them because
Sure there is. Be honest.
Literally everything I do is turned into something by them.
Be honest. I would likely go away. Of course, you would have to deal with the fallout of being honest, but yeah.
If I have the most absolute boring time, they still turn it into something. If I don't make content for 2 days, they have someone go out and post a death threat and say,
fucking asshole. That pisses me off.
that they're doing it in my name. I wasn't even on the internet. So it doesn't matter what I do.
You don't even have to respond to that stuff. You know what I mean? You really don't. It's like I told you too, when it came to that June the King documentary, I said to you, and this was potentially cucking the content for everybody, but I said, Phil, you don't actually have to react to the whole thing. You don't actually have to do that. And it's probably only hurting you to do so. You know what I mean? And you still went ahead with it, for whatever reasons you had. But I think it might have been better for you had you not reacted to it, or it might not have made any difference, but...
I don't know.
No, Casey Jones. What he's saying is that one of us weird-ass detractors actually created the account, went to Lex, gave the death threat, and said that we were doing it in DSP's name. Yeah. He's saying that a detractor did that. Even though...
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Vanguard D. Nice, thank you for the 2. What the fuck did he say? That is major BS. Exactly. Because not only did nobody in their right mind do that, it's documented that the dude has yay DSP posts from years in the past. So either this is a basically a bomb sock where you create it and then you're like, I'll use it when I need to. And you log in every now and again and you say, which I've never seen anybody do this stuff, but could it happen? Sure.
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
But I think Occam's razor addresses that. But yeah, it's a Phil fan. It was a Phil fan. Absolutely. Joe Dub, thank you for the 2. All of his fans are detractors confirmed. Yeah, obviously.
I think I did the right thing there. I really do, because I feel like all that shit is now in the past, and anyone who's still talking about that stuff, it's like, so many people saw the documentary and were like...
Anita, God. Every time Every time. I have to pause for that name. Anita Handjob. Phil is a bitch made man. Talks real big when it's just him alone in his room talking to his camera. Indeed. He's a coward. Through and through. And thank you for being a member of the Rats for a month.
That's it? You would be surprised how many people contact me. They're like, that's it? That's why people are so angry with you all these years?
I know, and I've had a lot of people message me that as well. But I think part of the problem that you run into, Phil, let me be honest, is that you feel like you need to control the narrative.
Bingo.
Do you feel that way?
I don't think I can control the narrative. I can only...
No, but you want to.
All I can do is on my own stream, right? Try to put out the best kind of content that doesn't get sucked into that drama sphere. And that's the best I can do with the situation I'm in. I'm never going to be able to completely separate myself from it because they're always going to pull me back in no matter how much I try.
I just think, honestly, you embrace the whole thing and just start battling. Like, the thing is, if you want to, there's two paths. You either don't engage with any of it and you just let it fucking go and don't try and control the narrative, or fuck, let's just bring Duty on. Let's bring That Being Said on. Argue with them about all of this shit and just settle the fucking shit. You know what I mean? And make money off of it.
That's the point here. It'll never be settled because people like them, they always move the goalpost because they need more content for the next day. If I'm not here making content that they can make fun of, then they just make something up anyway. So it doesn't matter. Like, I will never appease those people. I mean, I might benefit from that.
I mean, yeah, and remember, though, that when we bring receipts, when I call the officer who took his initial police report, that's fabricated. Now, he has no evidence to say that's fabricated. But it just is. Yeah. It's fabricated.
If I made that kind of drama content, I probably would get views and I would make money, but that's not the kind of person or the kind of creator that I am, and I don't want to be that kind of creator.
Do you feel that everybody who has criticisms of you is like bad faith and they're always going to be bad and against you, that none of them are fair?
Oh, no, that's not true at all. There's definitely people who have fair criticisms, and I enjoy hearing the fair criticisms, and I...
as long as they're your fan. He's talking about Detractor's dumb fuck.
I feel like I have been able to improve myself a lot, especially these last couple of years, because of those fair criticisms. But then there's the people who just outright will lie no matter what.
Can you name somebody who was a critic of yours or detractor of yours that you feel would be in good faith to have a conversation with?
I don't know. I'd have to look into it because I do not watch Detractor content. God's honest truth, I don't. I don't know what I mostly don't know what they say.
I don't know how to say his name. This alt guy or ALT guy. From That Being Said, I've heard he's a pretty reasonable guy. He's a pretty level-headed guy.
I didn't even know that's who that is because people say ALT in my chat all the time, and I had no idea that he was from that show because I've never heard it.
And
I don't believe that at all.
He knows the lore inside and out. And a lot of the time when it comes to these conversations, I just don't have the knowledge, and I try my best to understand this last 16 years of your life, but it's like I don't have the time. Like, these guys experienced it in real time for decades following you, and so they're able to go back and forth with you on this stuff, whereas with me, it's like, okay, like, I'm talking about
Conan.
shit that happened 12 years ago, you know? I don't fucking know. So, like, I feel like at a certain point, this whole, like, community has to come together in a way, and there has to be at least some sort of a resolution on this with the people who know it best. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's only to your benefit at this point to talk about it with these people and show everybody that you're open and honest about it. You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying, but again, that only benefits me if that's what I want to do, and that's the kind of content I want to make, and it's not. I don't want to be involved with these people. I don't want to be in drama content. You know, everyone's...
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to be in drama content. I don't want to engage with these people. Okay, then you have resigned yourself to detractors. That's it. Yeah. He doesn't know who ALT is, but he knows to pronounce it as ALT when it first got brought up. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Self and drama
have you ever tell the chat to do things? Sorry, ProSide Phil, let me ask you a question. Have you ever told chat to do things that Phil said? Because I've never seen you ask that at all. No, I don't think so.
Content, Phil.
Wait. I insert myself? Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. So you're going to tell me
you insert yourself.
Going over to someone else's stream.
Yeah. Because you complained about him posting Detractor content. That's you inserting yourself. That's you policing his behavior.
Going on mine and literally derailing my entire business. That was me. I did that.
Well, is that derailing your entire business?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The entire Kick chat was talking about it.
Okay. So here's my next question. So what happens if one of your guys comes over and donates to me, or one of my guys goes over and donates to you? Like, is there jealousy? Is there bitterness? Is there anger?
No, and that's happened many times, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure that's happened tons of times. And that's fine.
Yeah, he called Lex a slut and a sex worker. Yep.
Everyone is, in my opinion, maybe other people disagree, everyone can do whatever they want outside of the realm of your own stream, business, or content. So
as long as you don't go to Lex's stream and you start posting Detractor content, that's a no-no.
And you're in my chat, welcome. Please abide by the rules. You know what they are. And as soon as you leave, I have no control over anything you say or do or anything.
But nobody else has rules like this, Phil. Like, if somebody's in my fucking chat, oh, hey, I like this guy's stream, I'm not going to ban that guy. I think that that's fucking nuts, to be honest. And I think...
Ooh.
Again,
He's not liking this part. He wants out. He's not liking this.
Just you're deflecting from the reality that you're upset that you felt that was your money.
It's not.
That then went
It's not
to
why
her.
I was upset. I'm telling you. And you can say that as much as you want. And I know I won't convince you, but that's not the reason. That's not it.
Can you even convince yourself of it?
I'm 100% convinced. Again,
do you even believe your own bullshit? Like, have you pignatized yourself to that extent?
If you...
Dude. God damn.
You actually believe that?
Let me ask you this. Now, I know this is a dumb food hypothetical, but these always work for
Oh my God, we're back to a sandwich shop.
me for some
You're
reason.
doing it again!
I'm doing it again.
Okay.
You walk into Subway. You have every intention of ordering a Subway sandwich. You're
Look at him and tell me there's a God.
hungry for Subway, okay? But everyone around you is standing there talking about how the Jersey Mike's sub shop next door is so good and so much better than Subway.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this right now. If Subway then kicked the person out for talking about how good Jersey Mike's is, I guarantee you, anybody who was in line
All
who
these
saw
super chats
that
are great.
behavior
But
would
remember,
be like,
you don't matter unless you tip.
"Get fucked. I'm going to go to fucking Jersey Mike's." All they said was that Jersey Mike's had a good sub, and you're like, "Get the fuck out of my store." What the fuck? Joe Dub, thank you for the 5. I don't make DSP content, so what would be the excuse then if I wanted to talk to him that I don't do content? LOL. Yeah, exactly. Well, you're not well known enough, right? It has to benefit him. You know, that's just how it is,
right? What's going to happen? Are you going to stand there and order your Subway, or you're going to? Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of people here saying that Jersey Mike's is better. You're going to go next door, right?
So just like the sandwich shop, you're worried about lost profits. So I'm right.
I'm worried about people being convinced.
Oh fucking hell! Oh my God!
That other content is better because
it is better. It is better. Objectively speaking, it's better. Oh my God!
They're seeing it being advertised for free in my show.
But if it is, and you can't compete, like the problem isn't that it's being advertised. The problem is that you can't compete, so you need to be better. You get what I'm saying?
Which, in my opinion, I think I am.
Okay, your opinion means shit when it comes to what the customer thinks, dumbass. It does, dude. There are a number of features that I want in some of our products, and Product House will come back to me and be like, "We haven't heard a single customer ask for this." And it's like, I'm like, no, they don't. They may not even know they want it. And it's like, yeah, cool. They don't know they want it. They haven't fucking asked for it. So it doesn't matter how much I want to add this feature to a product. It matters what the fucking customer wants, Phil.
Most cases, maybe not every case, but I don't need people cross-advertising in my content. That's never been allowed. I mean, this is all the way back from the days of Toby Turner was running ads because he had a tie-in with Madden, like in 2010, right. And he had these ads running on everyone's videos that were gamers. Were like, wait a minute, why is Toby Turner advertising his gaming channel on my fucking content? That's completely unfair. It's a predatory practice. It shouldn't even be allowed on YouTube. And
true,
then,
Josh, very true.
I think it is. I totally think it is.
I don't.
Joshua Klon makes a really good point.
Carl, just say Smith again. It don't matter. None of this matters.
None of this matters.
Like, I just think that you're salty. You know? Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I'm not upset by that.
I just think if you were a bit more honest about things and were directly like, listen, fuck this slut. I don't believe in it. I'm pissed that she took Iron Chef Sakai's money away from me. I think that that's, something that people can understand and get behind. But this whole, I wasn't upset, but I called her a slut, but people can't advertise, but it's not because I'm worried about losing money stuff. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it doesn't make any sense because you don't have the same belief system as me. Like,
compromised moral compass.
Really am not upset about it. If I was upset about Iron Chef Sakai, why would I abandon?
You live in your own world, or?
Of course I live in my own world. We all do. We all live in our own moral, values and belief systems. We all have different perspectives on stuff, and that's okay.
Yeah, and earlier in this, right, somebody, they got to talking about the lottery. Like, this tells you the caliber of person Phil is. 2 childhood friends, separated, due to life, across state lines. But when they were in fucking high school, right, they said, if one of us, either of us, wins the lottery, we will give the other guy half.
Come.
And he did. The guy did. He won the lottery. He called up his buddy. He said, I did it. He gave him half. Phil's take. What a dumbass. Why would you do that? I would just keep the money.
It's okay to...
Oh, I caught that, Papa Polecat.
Not agree on something. Like I said, with Iron Chef Sakai, I appreciate everything that he did for myself and my business. I really do.
Let me ask you something.
But I banned him for a reason, because I had enough.
But the thing is, you advertise yourself in, my chat, or you did for a while. Should I have banned you?
If you felt like you wanted to, sure. And you had the right to.
Would you want me to do that?
It's up to you. It's your call. There's other people who I'm friendly with, and they have come in and advertised stuff in my chat, and because I'm friendly with them, I say that's allowed.
Oh, okay, so... now the rules aren't ironclad.
Right. Can you just admit that you were upset about losing out on the money? And
I'm not. I am literally not in one piece upset about that.
So it has nothing to do with the money. So is it that she's a woman?
No.
You know,
I don't like predatory content. I don't like.
All these super chats are great, but remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Officer Broside, this is dispatch. We've got so much coke and salt. I'm labeling this as 220 behavior. Is this out of line? Over. Yeah, 10-4, I'll be en route. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Ranter, for the 5, man. I really appreciate it. I don't like predatory content. There's the fact that she was doing squats.
What?
Yeah, the fact she was doing squats was predatory. I don't know how, but apparently that was predatory.
Like predatory content. I never have. I feel like there's a level of content out there that's very exploitative, that takes advantage of certain people, okay? And a lot of people will say that about me, and you might say, well, is this contradictory for yourself? My content, you know what you're going to get when you come on my stream. There's no misrepresentations of anything. You know what
you're going to get on her stream. The thing with the squats was advertised. She said, hey, I think anyway, I actually didn't see that part of the stream, but I knew it had to do a tie-in with subs because she said my legs are sore after getting.
I don't want to make this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Saying that, you know, I gotta do these squats now that Iron Chef came in the next day. She was like, oh my God, my legs are sore. So I know the squats tied in with memberships or tied in with subscriptions or something like that. But it's not like somebody came in to her stream.
I have received
femboys, woo! And was like, oh my God. She secretly is accepting donations for squats. Like, there's nothing disingenuous. There's nothing predatory about it, right? And what's better, she's not begging. She's not saying, come on, guys, let's get me doing squats. Oh, fuck, maybe she did before Iron Chef came in. Maybe she did, because I haven't seen it. So can't say that she didn't say that, but maybe. But if she didn't say that stuff, then you're predatory. She is not. And Vanguard D Nice, thank you for the 2. Bro, I was editing a video, but now I got to watch this. LOL. Yeah, this has been, I'm glad I decided to do this now as opposed to tomorrow.
Know that we're not going to be close personal friends or anything better than that, but you know that if you support my content will continue. So if you like me and my content and you want to see it continue and you want to support improvement, support my content.
You say stuff like it's a drama-free show.
It's not, though.
I mean, you don't get that because there's drama all the time.
Exactly.
Whether it's you going after Review Tech USA, which you did collabs with me, whether it's you talking about Keemstar or you calling this Lex girl a slut, like, of course you participate in drama.
But it's not the focus. That's right, but it's not the focus.
But, I mean, listen, I'll be real. I think you should do more of that.
Oh, I know.
Because I think it's a lot more entertaining. And I feel like this segment, where we're going back and forth and talking, I feel like it's very entertaining. I feel like a lot of people are entertained and captivated by it.
But I will make an observation now, okay? This segment has now gone on for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, we went about 15 minutes over what I wanted to go. But
we have received, during this segment, about 5,000 notifications.
Yeah, because your behavior is revealing you.
My audience doesn't care about this. They never did. They want to hang out with me. They want to have chill streams. They want to enjoy games. That's what my audience wants.
Here's my point. I think that your audience, it's kind of like a sinking ship in a way. You have your core supporters, but as time, they get peeled off. And eventually, you're going to have to expand into a new audience, into new horizons, because you can't rely on the same 20 people forever, sir. And if you're just doing these gameplays like you're doing in this oversaturated market, it's not going to grow, King. So, you know, like, I know, like, maybe I'm coming across.
God damn, criticism with the compliment on the end. Don't know if you caught it. It's not going to grow, King.
As a prick or an asshole, but I'm genuinely trying to help you try and like reach a new audience of people that might actually be entertained, sir.
And I appreciate that. It's obvious that as much as people say shit like, you know, the Kino Casino is just messing with you, they're going to snake you, they actually...
Dude, he is bodying you live, and you're saying, thank you, sir, may I have another?
Don't like you. I actually feel like it's the opposite.
He is gassing up the Heigenkonfluger. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Watch Euro Trip.
It's that you want to help me, but you see the kind of person I am, that I'm a stubborn individual, and it hurts you to see that I won't change, right?
Brutal. It's brutal. No, Phil, it's fucking brutal, bro.
I just want you to know I am well aware. People say I'm not self-aware.
You aren't. You're not self-aware.
I am fully self-aware of all of this going on. I'm not stupid.
You guys know, like, I'll pitch this idea. No, this doesn't work for me, brother. Okay, what about the, no, brother, like, or, you know, he does do it, but it takes a long time. It's tough. You know, like, working with Phil is draining. It sucks my soul. And it's not your fault entirely, Phil. It's also everybody around you. Everybody involved in all of this shit is fucked in the head, including me and you.
Here's the truth.
It's like a bastion of mental illness, like a fucking asylum.
If we were just able to work together and do the fun content that we think would work, but we can't, because every moment we got to wonder, how is it going to be taken by this? Who's going to spin it this way?
Why do you have to worry about that, Phil? If you're just making content, people are supporting it, make it and do it. What is this argument?
Will they support it or not? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's not just, we can just do stuff that we think will work. You always got to have this fucking thought about, what about the sphere, the vortex? How's that going to affect it?
This is what I think has happened is that, you know, if you watch like Kitchen Nightmares, and Chef Ramsay will come in and there was somebody who was talented, but the chef will say, you lost your passion. To me, It feels like you lost your passion.
Oh,
it feels to me like you lost that spirit of wanting to create and wanting to make good stuff, and you just serve up whatever fucking shitty slop just to pump it out 6 days a fucking week and fill the schedule, and your passion is gone. And it's probably been gone.
God damn, son.
For 7 or 8 years now. That's my assessment.
I lost my passion in 2016 when I was doing the offline style videos. I basically was streaming, but I was actually
I don't want to make
audience.
this about femboys, but give me femboys.
Joe Dub, thank you for the 2. Phil's willingly held himself back for years. It's because he can't learn, right? What Ashton is trying to get him to do would work. But in order for it to happen, he has to stop begging. He has to do market research. He has to find a way to be entertaining. You know, he has to, and he won't do it. He just won't. Well, he said he lost his passion doing the offline stuff. Let's back it up just a tick so we make sure we get full context.
And your passion is gone. And it's probably been gone for 7 or 8 years now. That's my assessment.
I lost my passion in 2016 when I was doing the offline style videos. I basically was streaming, but I was actually ignoring the audience. Like, imagine I literally didn't address anyone tonight who contributed to nothing. Like, that's how I was streaming. I mean, what a dunce move, right? But then when I became an interactive streamer and I started talking with the audience and having these social conversations and shout outs, the content changed much for the better. And I like who I am now. I like the content I put out now, and my audience does. Now, you're right. I'm not going to have the same size of audience forever. And I am trying to slowly try to transition into other things as
like what? Fucking Legos? WWE Champions cards?
Everyone is seeing. There's different content, different things I'm doing. But you have to understand.
Eating? You've done eating? You've done Legos? You've done WWE Champions cards. What are you trying to branch into? Fucking rocket science?
Dan, I've been doing this for almost 17 years. It's not going to be an overnight change. It's not something I want to do overnight because I like what I'm doing before as well.
The pinnacle
I did like
male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Dyson shit. Thank you for the 2. People say equals Phil say passive aggressive bish. No. Passive aggressive? No. Phil is his own man.
Test me, bitch.
He'll say that all day long as he doesn't have to look the person in the eye.
Some of this drama stuff, and I want.
Thank you for the 2, man.
More of it, but I also don't want to become Mr. Drama overnight. You know what I'm saying?
It's just what I think. I just think when I brought you on to Kino Casino the first time, and then we had the interview, or not the interview, but the co-op react about Review Tech, and then we had the Josh Moon interview. There was so much momentum and such a groundswell of people that were going to give you a second look, a second opportunity.
And you let it fucking go.
And I just feel like you did not capitalize on that opportunity.
G-Burk, thank you for the 20 pounds. I really need to change that. God damn it, I hate it. I'm lying. I fucking love it. It cracks me up every time. G-Burk, thank you for the 20 pounds. Stick a fork in that piggy. He is done. Triple P made him look so stupid, but Phil says, I'm self-aware, guys. I am. I'm self-aware. I totally understand what is going on and what my detractors say. I mean, he doesn't, but he can say it.
And it's not entirely your fault. There's a lot of people that, said they wanted to work with you or do interviews with you or debates with you, and it fell through. But ultimately, it falls down on you to produce a product that is going to hold.
Bingo. I want to go back. Produce a product. Say it slow, Ashton. Say it slow.
Fell through. But ultimately, it falls down on you to produce a product that is
a product. The adage that, oh no, they're just willingly giving donation. Bullshit. That is bullshit. When he says, I am trying to get people to support me so that I can continue my content, the content is the product. Okay. And if people aren't giving you the money, that means the product needs to change. Okay. Phil doesn't want to change the product. So what he does is he begs. And then he does his disingenuous $1,500 fucking foods and his $15,000. We can play one of these 6 games. If you bring up a different game other than one of these 6, you will be banned from my chat and you will never see the light of day again. That's what he wants.
Is going to hold people's attention and entertain them and turn them into longtime Phil fans. And you had such a good opportunity, and I just feel like you let it slip right through your fingers because you were too comfortable clinging to what you do now, which it's enough to get by.
What's up, Ice? How you doing, man?
But 50 is coming, Phil. You soon be 50 years old, 60. You got to be thinking like, are you going to be 60 and playing Ninja Turtles, Call of Duty? Is that your life?
Oh God, this. Hold up. Wrong button. Hold on. Back here, please. Thank you. We're gonna take just a quick look here at something. Yeah, eyebrows are pointed up. This is actually distressing him. I think this is actually distressing him. And that is fucking delicious. That is amazing. So let's back it up and hear what he's saying. I want to watch his facial expressions here real quick.
You know, you got to be thinking, like, are you going to be 60 and playing Ninja Turtles, Call of Duty? Is that your life?
Of course not. And I'm trying to
okay, so he had a burp. Damn it.
Prepare my audience for that. I've been telling them for years, this is why I need to diversify and do other things. And there's a lot of pushback. When you're someone who's doing a certain kind of content for so long, and that's what got you notoriety, and that's why you have a long...
Yeah, notoriety, not fame.
...standing, hardcore, positive fan base that will stand by you through thick and thin and all these years of bullshit. It's tough. It is. I wish it would be an easy thing to do. It's not. I can't just abandon everyone who I've worked with and who supported me for all these years. But at the same...
Why not? You owe them no loyalty. Like, you kind of owe them loyalty, but technically speaking, they paid for what they got. Whatever they paid, they got the value out of. So you are not indebted to them.
Sometimes they know that. I've told them. This is why I have a podcast now instead of just playing games. This is why I want to branch out and do different kinds of commentary shows. This is why I need to branch out and do interviews. It has to happen. It can't just be me sitting here playing games till I'm dead. I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to get carpal tunnel, right?
Of all the things to worry about, carpal tunnel. Like, worry about being useless, dude. Worry about being a failure of a man. Like, Jesus.
Can't do it anymore. And I know that. And I've said that to them many times. So it is, I totally get where you're coming from. I do. It's a valid conversation. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the fact that you have given me.
But, here comes the but I'm not going to be changing. But I'm going to go back to doing everything that I did. But I am the victim. But thanks, but no thanks.
A chance. And you continue to give me a chance. We're still working together and doing stuff, you know?
We've had this conversation privately, but I feel like it comes to the point, because a lot of people don't understand, like, what I'm trying to do with Phil content or interacting with you or interacting with the rest of the Vortex and the community. And I just kind of want to put the cards on the table publicly as to where I am with it and how I view you and how I view this whole thing going down and where I'd like it to go. You know, because I think a lot of people are confused, and that, you know, that's because, you know, there's kayfabe, and sometimes, not, of course, most of the time, the things I'm saying aren't meant to be taken literally. But I genuinely think, Phil, that if you don't make some
thank you, Farrell,
real changes real soon and get passionate about what you're doing for your job and excited about it again, you're going to be in a really, really bad spot, bro. And, you know, you are considered one of the treasures of the internet. And we don't want to, you know, some people want to see you in a really bad place, and they want to see you homeless, and they want to see you die. And, you know, sometimes I understand why. But
damn,
I don't want that for you. Even though I understand sometimes why they hate you so much, because sometimes you just do shit that's so retarded. I don't want to see you die, Phil. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you win. I want to see you.
This is actually this would be a wrap up into confrontation. The only thing is that he needs the ultimatum. He needs an ultimatum into, you know, it's time to be honest, or it's time to this, or it's time to that, if this was a criminal investigation. But this would be a segue into a wrap up, I think.
You prosperous. I want to see the whole community, the whole Vortex excited and having fun. And that's what I want. So that's why I decided to go off a little bit more tonight.
It's all good. It's totally all good. And I think this is more transparency for the viewers too, because a lot of them seriously think that you guys are like trying to screw me and stuff, which I know neither you or Andy are. I know that, but
no, they're not trying to screw you. They're trying to get you to wake the fuck up.
They don't see that, right? They don't hear this. They think there's some evil plot behind it. And I get it. It's for me, it's going to be a slower process, but I think that we'll get there. It's just a matter of time and finding the right way to do it. Because again, it's a tricky thing for me. I easily could have jumped fully into the drama stuff back in the fall. Right?
Legitimately is sweating from the conversation. I can't remember the last time I saw him sweat like this.
Right, when we were hot with it. We were. But what I started to see from my core audience, the people who were there every day to support me, was saying, Phil, what are you doing? This is not what we want for you. This is not, you know, this is not who you are. And if you do this, we're gonna leave. And I can't just have the people who made me who I am today upset and leave. At the same time, I know I can't play games forever. It's got to be a balance. And that's, everyone wants me to run a million miles an hour towards change. I want to do things differently, but it's got to be a balanced process, and we will get there.
What we got to have is you stick to something, man. You got to stick to something, because, you know, it's like the politics show. It's a novelty, and then the money falls off, and you're like,
bingo.
Fuck it. You know, the Lego stream, it might be the same thing. It's like a novelty. It does well, and then you just let it fucking go. But you have to stick with these things sometimes. Like with the wrestling show, we've managed to stick with it, even though there's been slow weeks, there's been good weeks, and I think that that's a good thing. You know, but you can't just, you know, start off in one direction and then, fuck it, it's no good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you do that a lot of the time, you know?
It's hard because I don't really feel like anything that I've tried has had the long-term success that you know what I mean? Like you got.
No. You haven't tried anything to have long-term success. You fucking wage quit as soon as you don't hit your fucking arbitrary goal.
Guys, your show does so good. And nothing that I do really sticks around besides the consistent shit that I agree will go into decline. These efforts that I've tried to do new stuff haven't really worked. I've tried different interviews. They kind of flopped. They didn't really work. I tried to get other guests. They don't want to come on. They want to dodge, right? It's like, come on, man. I want to.
They want to dodge, bitch. You won't go on other people's shows now.
Do this stuff. I do. I was willing to do it. And then it's just like, is it really worth it? And I hear you. Like,
Yep,
it feels like I went right back to
victim.
square one, but at the same time.
Oh, look, Phil's a victim.
I'm doing good. I'm actually doing better than I was, which is great. But I agree with you that there has to be some changes too. You know, I'm with you on this. I am.
I don't know, man. We just go like completely outside the box. I don't know. Maybe we do fucking workout streams. Maybe we do you fucking walking around the neighborhood live stream. I don't know. But we gotta.
He won't work out. He won't work out. It will crush him to know how weak he is. It will the wake up call I got. I stopped lifting when I was about 19 or 20. And I didn't lift again until 25, 23, 24, 25. The wake up call from just 4 years of fall off was so massive. Like I felt bad about myself. I was embarrassed. Which is why I've stuck with it now. I've been consistent ever since. It would wreck his soul. It would.
We got to find something for you, man. We got to find something for you that you can do comfortably and successfully and grow your audience, because I'm just worried for you, man. I just genuinely am worried for you. So.
Well, I appreciate that. I do. I really do. People think that like I'm dumb and you're fooling me. And then people think that you're some evil person trying to mess with me. I don't think, neither is true.
I don't think he's evil, but he's told you exactly what he's doing. So he's being genuine and you're dumb.
But that's what the drama queens want to believe, but I don't think that's the case at all. By the way, we did get a lot of support, and I gotta get out of here. So let's.
Looky there. Now I gotta leave, guys. I gotta go.
Kept you way too long.
Do final shout outs here.
Now we got into the sad moral lecture bullshit. But it's supposed to be a wrestling show there, folks. And I think, what do you want to do? Do you want to do Raw next week, Phil, or do you want to do NXT as well, or do you want to do Raw and SmackDown?
Yeah, let's do two shows. I'm down for either Raw and SmackDown or Raw and NXT. What do you think? I'll do 2 shows next week. A double show.
Let's do Raw and
Dear
SmackDown.
God.
Okay, I think. And then let's just see, because then we'll get a broader perspective on the whole situation, because we've been missing out on half the storylines. So I think we'll try and do that. I think it'll be on Tuesday, I think.
Okay.
I think so.
Unless it changes, that'll work for me.
Might have to push it till Thursday or whatever, but it's like now we're moving the show around all over the place.
I know. Makes it even more confusing. So
I got the drip go. I got the drip go.
Holy shit. I'm surprised. I mean, today's fucking stream should be an absolute banger. Because there's no way to not address this, right? I mean, that was the evening stream, so today's going to be the first day back. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, 7. It was bad. Oh, Phil literally sounds like he's about to cry at the very, very end. Well, hold on. You got a time code on that shit?
Convince yourself of it.
I
don't think that's a big deal, and I've never thought that's a big deal. I think where it does become kind of sad is if you're like, there's this bill and it's like really big, like my cable bill, or
I agree.
Hold on.
or my groceries or whatever. And I think the biggest problem about all that shit was that you were lying, saying you needed money for your bills, but then you spent it on a fucking mobile game. And I think that's what
we backing up because we definitely didn't get this part.
Situation, because we've been missing out on half the storyline. So I think we'll try and do that. I think it'll be on Tuesday. I think.
Okay.
I think so.
Unless it changes, that'll work for me.
Might have to push it till Thursday or whatever, but it's like now we're moving the show around all over the place.
I know. Makes it even more confusing. So quick shout outs to $250,000 Man gifted 2 subs. Yurichi resubbed. $250,000 Man gifted 5 subs. J Strip gifted 1 sub.
Put your fucking hands down.
And so that's 9. And then Can't Sin gifted 5 subs. So actually we got 14 subs at the very end of that segment, all out of nowhere.
And then you see they were responding to you saying it wouldn't make any money.
Of course.
And they're like, no, we like that. We like that content.
And then the funny part is, if I say, hey, it would be nice to get some support, then we are begging. Yeah.
You are begging, yes.
But if fucking people reciprocate when you give them content and then you say, hey, it would be nice to get some support for that, then they'll do it. So I don't know why people have an issue with that. I just don't understand that. That really gets my goat.
I don't think that's a big deal, and I've never thought that's a big deal. I think where it does become kind of sad is if you're like, there's this bill and it's like really big, like my cable bill. Or
I agree.
or my groceries or whatever. And, you know, I think the biggest problem about all that shit was that you were lying, saying you needed money for your bills, but then you spent it on a fucking mobile game. And I think that that's where, like, people have...
Why didn't you interrupt him, Phil? Why didn't you say, no, I didn't do that, like you do with everybody else?
The big, like, reasonable people would have an issue with that.
Yeah,
but
fair
I mean,
enough.
like, you know, I feel like you have repented from that in a way where I haven't, you know, seen that, where you're like, okay, my bills.
What's up,
like,
Lewis?
It's not quite like that anymore. You just ask for support.
Yeah, ask for support and stupid goal rewards, but it works. So, you know, if it works and if it's genuine, I'm actually giving the rewards and stuff, then it's fine, right? As opposed to me saying I need a bill or whatever. I get it. That was me in my worst. That was me in desperate times, bankruptcy issues and shit.
How much did you spend on mobile games? With the bank leaks, the PayPal transactions, and the iTunes transactions, are those accurate? Because you have some apologizing to do if it is.
And I'm not there, and I'm not going to go back there. You know, I've done things, I'm trying to better myself, and I am better now. So, you know, by the way, John Diaper just gifted 5 more subs, and Dr. Lexus just gifted 11 subs. So we just got another 16 subs.
Did we hit the 500?
Let's see. That was 16.
We definitely hit a pack. We definitely could do one more poll before we go.
All right, we're going to do it right now, and then I got to get out of here.
All right. I know I took it way too late. I thought we'd be wrapped up by 1, but then we got into this whole personal conversation that maybe we shouldn't have got into on air, but I think it was interesting. I think people were into it.
This is the kind of stuff that people don't know. They hear one
because you won't talk about it.
thing, and they believe one thing, but they don't actually know what's really going on behind the scenes, and that's, I think, how a lot of this nonsense gets freaking started to begin with. All right.
Let's get the $50,000 card.
Ooh, I like this one. Stone Cold. I like that one.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is it got a number or anything?
It's got a number. It's number like 5 or 6 or 6.
Okay, now I actually kind of feel good about my body because, granted, he's probably thicker, but my stomach don't look much different than Stone Cold's. Now I kind of feel good about myself. Thanks, Phil.
Oh, it's just
Number
a standard
6?
card, but it's
Can
nice.
we get a check on it?
I need his straps, though. God damn.
If it's worth anything? Is it $6, $10?
We've got a black and white Josh Briggs Chromium NXT card. Every Chromium we've had is some like freaking jobber, man. He's like freaking NXT. Don't know who Josh Briggs is, so it's probably not worth anything.
One.
Who's this? Shinsuke Nakamura from SmackDown, and it is a blue Chromium. We haven't had a blue one yet, so I don't know if that's unique or not. Sucks that Nakamura's not really doing anything interesting right now, but you know.
Oh, I guess. Well, he's on SmackDown as the U.S. champ, but it's kind of shit. It's kind of shitty from what I've seen, but it's been very little.
It's a nice looking card. I like how that one looks with the blue border.
Yeah, it's nice. The blue Chromium. Yeah.
And then our last one.
More packs of cards. I think this is the gimmick to go with.
GG Dolan. Who the hell is GG Dolan? Who is that?
Well, she's one of those sexy bitches on NXT.
Oh.
I don't think she's been brought up. Phil goes, oh. Phil's not into the sexy bitches on NXT.
Yeah, hates women. Who could have seen that coming?
That's not for him. I don't know. Is it special in any way?
It's the same as that Jimmy Uso card. It's Allen and Gunter. Whatever the hell, Allen and Gunter. I don't know what the hell that means. So some kind of a special variant card, I guess. It's not numbered, so it's like some variant card there. So, I don't know. I don't think any of these particularly were too crazy good. I think the Nakamura card was nice, though. So there we go. Yes. And the Austin card's my favorite of the night because Austin's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So
I think the big pull was Cena, though. I think that was a $100 card, Phil.
Nah, that's probably like $2.
If it was a $100 card, it basically takes care of the whole case, and then the rest is profit.
There you go. All right.
Send us off, Phil.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for another awesome edition of Smart Guys. We got the wrestling out of the way on purpose this time first. Next week, we'll be covering SmackDown and Raw for the first time ever, which will be a cool show. As always, we thank you for your viewership, and we thank you for your support. Thanks for that last minute support. That was great.
Major of India, I don't know if I know Diana Bull.
Greatly appreciated. And we'll see it. We'll let you know whether it's going to be Tuesday or not. Right now, we'll tentatively say Tuesday next week, but if not, we'll let you know in the meantime, and we'll go from there. All right, everyone? Good stuff. Good show.
You're only $40 away from the full goal. Fuck.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
OT tip. No, it's all right. All right.
All right, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, PPP. Everyone have a good night. See you next time.
Oh, my God. Diana Bull. No, I actually don't have an opinion on it because I didn't even, I mean, it took me a second to realize what you were talking about. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know much about it at all, actually. All right. Well, goddamn. That was unique, to say the least. It's going to be interesting to see what he does on the podcast today, or not the podcast, you know what I mean? The Pre-Cum Pisscast, Big Ups Atlas. Because this is not something, I don't think this can be ignored, like, at all. Because people, detractors, if they get into the chat, are going to start bringing up stuff like the fact, you know, that he waited, or he didn't, or he banned Iron Chef Sakai after saying he was posting Detractor content to Lex. I think he may not, but I think he needs to address the denying agency to her bisexuality. That'd be good. But I have no idea where this is going to go for Filbert. It's going to be rough. It is going to be a rough day for him. But as I said, good. We are well before when I need to pack up, but that will do it for this one. I'm going to definitely have Tuesday stream unless I'm traveling next week, and we'll try to catch up on some stuff. Like I said, have dinner tonight, Law Enforcement of the Year award, and my girlfriend is basically captain level for dispatch. So as command staff, she has to go. I'm her +1, so that's why no stream this evening. That's why the early stream today. But yeah, this has been fantastic. You guys have been fantastic. Love you all. Damn, Ashton fucking grilled him fucking hard. Yeah, I don't care. It isn't pertinent. I'm sure. Let me see where I can send y'all, because I bet you somebody is streaming right now. I bet you I could make somebody quite happy. Let's add a redirect. And Mokiness. Sure. Short-ish stream with more GTA 4. Why not? So, guys, until next time, so what was the goal for a troll? Lift heavy, eat clean, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Don't be like Phil. Never be like Phil. And until next time, guys, bye.